everybody, it's me, the Kismet guy. Hello, how are you doing today? Let me get my stuff lined up here. Now, you might see my head might be a little bit big today. You might notice we don't have the intro today. That's right, because we're doing something special today. As you can tell by my wobbly knee right now, we're going to be playing some Fallout VR. Now, I have spent the last 5-6 days, I don't know how many days it's been, revamping my entire office to make this work. Now, I've watched some other people do Fallout VR, and frankly, those streams sucked. And I don't want to do a sucky stream. I want to do an amazing stream with you guys and have some fun. Now, what we're going to do, of course, is play some Fallout 4 VR. I want you guys to be able to see what I've done. I have tested it extensively all week long, and I have had to redo my entire office. That means I had to take my desks apart, my computers apart. I had to move them and rearrange them so I have enough VR room so I don't bang into one of my monitors or I don't knock out a window or something like that. And I have spent an exorbitant amount of cash buying this HTC VR, and I haven't even paid for it yet, as you can see right up there. We had to raise the limit there because I've spent some other things, and I've spent above and beyond now. I bought some poles to put the sensors up. I've got some sensors up here in front of me. I've got a sensor behind me as well. And I've also had some goals that I wanted to reach on my stream because I want to have the best VR stream. And I see you guys in the chat. Hey, Faybrain. Hey, that's Mr. Anand. I see Raz in there, Amethyst hanging out as well. Of course, we got my awesome mods, Josie, and of course, Chewy. Now, I'm going to move back a little bit here in just a second, like so. Scrolling backwards, because I have a little red square painted on the ground here. And of course, I'm wearing my Kismet shirt. Now, I've got a little red square painted on the ground, which is the perfect spot in which I can spin around and try not to hit anything. I might hit my microphone. But try not to hit anything. So I'm going to be right here, and if I do get close to the computer, which is about, I'd say about 3 feet 4 ahead of me, I will get very big in the screen, so be aware of that. But there were some certain goals that I saw on other people's streams, and I just watched a little bit of other people's streams. First, they're very jumpy. They're like this the whole time. I don't want my stream to be like that. I want my stream to be nice and smooth, and so you guys don't get vertigo like I have. Also, I don't want to have to stand the whole time. I want to be able to play the game without having to stand because I have vertigo, and it would cause it to be a lot more difficult for me to do that. So that's what I want to do. Now, also, before I even started this VR adventure, if you guys look down below the stream, and also if you guys use bit alerts and also donations, I have added a massive upgrade to all alerts and all donations for bits, and for if you donate like $10 is a certain amount, or $25 does a different type of alert. You can do jump scares, all redone. All redone. It took me about 12 hours to redo that, put new sounds in, put in new alerts. I reworked that whole entire system. So that's one thing I did. Make sure to check those out down below. Stream works super hard on that for you guys. Also, make sure you guys remember that there's 20% off gifted subs and subs. I think it's still going, hopefully. My mods will let me know if it is or it isn't. Also, I wanted to make sure that when I'm playing, I saw a lot of people playing in really low quality. So when you guys are watching, it was all blurry and whatnot. I worked super hard on that as well. I have gotten it so it is incredibly high quality and looks fantastic, both for me and for you, because I wanted you guys to be watching to get the same experience that I'm getting pretty much. Now, it really does feel like 3D. It really does a really fantastic job. Now, I've got the HTC Vive right here, all lined up, and you can see I've got the controller in one hand. I've got the other controller going here. Got to make sure I know which one's which. There we go. I've got the two controllers, and I've spent some time setting it up. I'm going to talk a little bit about the setup first before we dive in. So what I did was I set up the room, and I didn't have a way to mount the things in my office here. So I bought these poles, which you guys saw on my Twitter. If you didn't see it, go back and look at some of my tweets. I bought these poles, and I bought a clamps to mount it up there, and it works fantastically. So now it's aimed right at me at a 30-degree angle so that I have a nice area where it is. Now, I'm using standing only, right? I'm not using full room. I don't have a big enough room to do that. I have too much stuff in my office. So I only have a standing area. Now, I also didn't want to stand the whole time. There's no way I'm going to be able to play this game standing the whole time because, you know, I play hundreds and hundreds of hours. So what I did is I set it up so that I can sit and play the game. Now, I'll probably come out with a video on all of these solutions that I did because they literally took me hundreds of hours of both doing all of the stuff behind the scenes and doing the stuff for the last few weeks of prepping things and all that stuff for the alerts and also for the VR and all of that. It has taken me a lot of hours, but I think it'll be worth it because, of course, we're going to have the best VR stream on Twitch. That's what we're going to have tonight because this is going to be the best stream ever. That's right, the best stream I've ever done. Now, another thing I've seen other streamers do is they can't see their chat. They can't see their alerts. They can't even see who their bit boss is. But I've taken it to another level, and I've created a VR screen where I can see your guys' chat. I can see you guys when you press that alert button, you press that host button, you press, you hit the follow button. Whatever it is you do, I'll be able to see it. Now, if I miss it for any reason, throw it in there again, and I will try to catch it as it goes by. All right? Another thing I wanted to see was be able to see my mod chat while I had my virtual headset on. I've added that in as well. I can also see who the bit boss is, which is pretty amazing. And also I wanted to be able to hear all of my alerts. I wanted to be able to hear all of my sounds together in one place, which is a huge technical undertaking. All of that stuff I'm talking about right there literally takes like 5-6 hours to get all of that stuff to work. And I've never seen anybody do it at the level that I'm doing it because you know me, I take it to a whole nother level. So again, everybody, thanks for hanging out. I see Ang hanging out as well. I see Mitch hanging out as well, ready to rock and roll. Ang says, congrats, thank you so much. Everybody's saying hello. Missed you. Oh, I missed you all as well, but I was working hard behind the scenes. I have been working every day, all day to just tear my whole office down, redo the entire thing, rework everything, set it all up, get it lined up, get it tested, and we are ready to go. Because I don't want to test it on stream. I want to play some games with you guys on stream. So let me go ahead and turn the sound on, and we're going to start a new game here. Right here, we're going to start from scratch. We're going to run you through. Now, I've tested it a little bit. I've probably played for about 10 minutes to get an idea of how all the controls work and whatnot, and we're going to walk through that. I'm going to talk a bit about how to interact and walk around in the universe, the way I like to do it, what helps me in my vertigo as well. Now, I've played for about 10-15 minutes. Continuously. I've turned it on and off a bunch of times while I was testing it because I literally had to turn it on and off probably about 50 times just to try to get the graphics fixed because it was like blurry. If you're having a blurry graphics problem, I will try to do a video on it. I don't know when that video is going to come out, but I will try to do a video on it soon to help you guys as well. Kind of give you an overview of all the steps I took to make it work. But it did take a lot of steps, and it did take a lot of learning and searching. So just search for search for Fallout VR Vive fixes is a great thing to do on Google. There's a lot of resources on there on how to fix your graphics and all that stuff so that it does look fantastic as mine's looking right now. Look at this. Look how nice it looks, right? It looks fantastic. So we're going to start a new game, and I'm going to put the headset on, and then we're going to dive in. All right, now again, I'll be able to see the chat. I'll be able to see your guys' alerts and all that stuff. I'll be able to hear them as well. So if you guys do hit that follow button or any of that stuff, I'll be able to hear it. All right, so let's go ahead and dive in, everybody. Let's dive in and start a new game. Now, I need to turn the sounds on. So I'm going to get up nice and close and say hello. Now, I think the only thing that is the toughest thing about it is the cord on the back of the Vive, is to micromanage that cord all the time. Also, you notice I got my headphones in, and I'm not going to be using my advanced earphones that I have on here, which are really nice. Because I have to hear you guys. I have to hear you guys' alerts and chats and all of that stuff as well in mine. So I prefer to use my headphones so I can hear all the mixture of sounds. But I'll find a way to do that. I'll find a way to do it where I can run it through the actual headphones eventually. All right, let's turn the sounds on and let's get playing some games. Let's do it. Let's play some games, everybody. Let's go. Here we go, everybody. Just so you know, this is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. It is amazingly well done. It does give a whole new look to the game. Now, I can sit perfectly straight. I don't have to go anywhere. I don't have to turn around in 360 degrees. I'm going to show you how I made it work. If you're like me and you don't want to have to stand. Oh, look at this. Let's see who we got in chat over here.
Whoa.
Josie. Mitch Blades checking his wallet.
War never changes.
But he's saying hello. Thanks to Raz for the host. Thanks to Josie for the host. Thanks to Captain Jack for the follow as well. Now, I've got some virtual screens in here that you guys can't see that I can see.
My great-grandfather, serving in the army.
That show me the chat and all my alerts
to go home to his wife.
I love this beginning. Oh, it's my favorite. My favorite.
He got his wish when the U.S. ended World War II.
It's like watching a 70-inch screen.
Atomic bombs on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
Now, again, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I'll be able to see it.
Instead,
same thing as mods. Mods, go ahead and check the chat.
Happened. We began to use atomic energy not as a weapon, but as a nearly limitless source of power.
I see that, Josie. Thanks for the feedback.
Thought the realm of science fiction, domestic robots, fusion.
I'll try to keep looking forward during the intro.
Portable computers. But then, in the 21st century, people awoke from the American dream. Years of consumption led to shortages of every major resource.
Oh, someone dropping the big bada boom!
The entire world on
This is going to be an epic way to watch a movie. I'll have to watch the Marvel movies again.
It is now the year 2077. We stand on the brink of total war. And I am afraid. For myself. For my wife. For my infant son. Because if my time in the army taught me one thing.
You guys know what it's gonna say.
It's that war never changes.
And here we go, jumping into some full VR now. Look at this. Now I can turn my head, or I can use the controllers. Now I can see the controllers. I wonder if you guys can see the controllers.
You're gonna knock them dead at the Veterans Hall tonight, huh?
You guys cannot.
You think?
You can see the controllers.
Absolutely.
All right, you can see the controllers.
Get ready and stop hogging the mirror.
Right.
Now, the thing about this is right here, it is way more three-dimensional. I can totally see everything in that perspective. Now, I have a tendency to be moving my headphones around a lot so I can match it up and then kind of lock it in. There we go, pretty good. And what I like to do is try to move my head a lot more evenly. Now, I can look over here in the chat. It says, hi, guys. Hey, Pimp. What's up, man? Who else we got hanging out? Everybody saying hi to Pimp. Also, I can see your alerts back this way. Now, again, I've got them way back here so they don't interfere with the game itself. So I can just glance over here, take a look at the chat. But you guys can still see it once I'm in the game. When I'm in the kind of projector mode, you guys can't see it. Now, you guys can see the controllers here. I can go ahead and choose previous. I can choose some presets, but I can't customize them like you normally can in the other Fallout 4. And that's okay. I've played through so many times, I don't really need to worry about it. But as you can see, I can go through and choose different peeps. And I'm going to go ahead and choose... Keep going here. The Lone Wanderer himself, of course. Now I can also switch if I go ahead and trigger on the right side.
My turn, big guy.
Now it's really different the way that she reaches around in 3D. It's pretty awesome. To kind of grab him by the shoulder and say, okay, hold on. I need to go in there. And then, of course, I hit the trigger again.
Let me just slide in here.
Like so. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just go with that. I'm just going to go ahead and exit. Now I'm going to use this button underneath here. This one right there, which I'm going to go ahead and just click that, and that's going to allow me to exit this. And it's going to say, do I wish to confirm? I'm going to go ahead and trigger. Now, I'm going to tell you a bit about the controls. Now, on the left side here, you can see that I'm moving, and this little green circle is showing up. Or actually, let's see if you guys can see that. You can see the green circle. Okay, good. So this little green circle is my movement. Now, it takes a lot to get used to this movement, everybody. It really does. Looks much better in game. It does. Whoa! Here we come! On reverse with the 2-month sub love coming in. The 7-star general hosting me as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Now, I need to move back, I think, just a little bit more. There we go. I'm getting out of my little square there because I can't see my chat very good. Okay, there we go. A little back, a little bit further. Now, one of the problems I have is this cord that comes out the back because it constantly, if it gets behind you, it constantly pulls. Now, I'm going to eventually kind of put it up on the ceiling. Amethyst says war never changes. That's right. Now I actually have chats on both sides. One is just you guys, and the other one is my mods and you guys as well. My text is inside your personal space. It is. It is. That looks so good, doesn't it? Yes. Now I've worked very hard because when you first get it, you're going to be a little frustrated because it's going to be pixelated. It's going to be blurry. It's going to have an issue. Like you can see, I can look around. And you can see that the textures of it look amazing. They absolutely look amazing. Now, inside the headphones, now the problem is you guys don't have a VR headphone, so you can't see it in 3D like I can, but at least you guys can see it in super high quality. We can go ahead and see Nora over here. We can go back to her. Now, if I click on the middle of the kind of pad down here.
Hey, hon?
Just getting ready.
We can talk with her. Now, the funny thing is, I like to check the mirror and see if there's any stem packs, which there are not. Now, on the right hand, this pad here, you can't see me clicking it, but I'm going to go ahead and click to the right, and as you can see, I can turn around. Now, it's a little jarring because it's not smooth like if you were using the mouse, but it is doable. Now, there's another way of moving, which is for you to leap forward from place to place. It just doesn't feel right to me. It feels disingenuous to just leap forward, forward, forward. I think that is not good. I really don't like it, personally. I personally like, I'm ambidextrous as well, by the way, so I can do 2 things at once. Oh, more love. Who's this? 4-month sub love coming in. Half fan. Thank you so much for that sub love. Now, again, I'm going to keep looking to my right here to see my alerts and all of that stuff. And then occasionally look here to the left just to see the chat. Oh, I see Tellus. So cool. Kismet, have you ever get the free fall legs? Have you ever got the free fall legs? I don't know what that means, Raz. I don't know what that means. I don't know what it means. So yeah, so on the left hand, that's how I'm moving. As you can see, I have this little circle is where my thumb's at. I'm not holding down, by the way. I'm just rolling my finger across there like a touchpad. Right? And then if I want to turn, I'm clicking this side, and I'm clicking to the left and to the right of the menu button. Now I can go ahead and activate the washer and dryer here, apparently. Let's go ahead and check it out here.
Hey, Kismet, you got a big error on your front of your screen.
Got a big error? Oh! Of course. Thank you, appreciate that. Oh well, that chat went bye-bye. I'm not going to fix it. I'm not going to fix it. So I lost one of my chats, but that's why I got a backup chat. See, that my left-hand chat just lost it. I knew it would do it. Been working for the last 5 hours, worked just fine. The second I go live, that's when things start to go horribly wrong. But that's okay, I got another chat. There we go. Thank you so much for letting me know. There's a window notification. There we go. Thanks, everybody. I see that. So yeah, I've got my chat off here to the right. I've got my alerts here. And now that I move my headphone around. See, now I find myself doing this a lot, right? Readjusting it to get it just right so it's not blurry. Like that. There we go. So it's not blurry so I can see what I'm doing in the game. So let's try it again. Activate.
Yeah, let Codsworth take care of it.
There we go. There we go. So we can actually activate stuff. This one.
Another fine product of General Atomics International.
All right. So again, this one moves me around, and then this one and the right one rotates me. Now, one of the first things you want to do when you need to get in this game, now I didn't, of course, because I'm bad. But the first thing you want to do, and very rarely do I do this, but you want to go straight to the help menu. You really do on this one. You go straight to the help menu because it shows you exactly how to navigate. Now, I was fooling around and running around, and then it didn't dawn on me until about, I don't know, hours and hours of fooling around with it, trying to figure out how to move around. while I was trying to get the graphics to work, was to go into the help menu, and it actually tells you. So the left side here allows you to go up and down these points on the left side. The right side here allows you to scroll up and down in the text itself while you're reading the text. All right, very important to know. Now, there's a lot of buttons underneath. These squeeze button, there's trigger buttons you can see here that we're going to be using as well. The right-hand trigger is the fire. The left-hand trigger is jump, okay? So this is jump over here, and this is trigger fire over here. And, of course, we have this button right there. Kind of easy to point to it with the thing. This button right here, which is what I call the squeeze button. And that allows us to cancel out of menus and stuff like that. You can see it right down here where it says back. Right there. Right down there where it's back. That's this button on here on the side. Allows us to back up. You can see we can scroll with right and we can select with left. So it does tell you at the bottom. Now here's a cool thing. Watch if I go this way. Watch how the menu moves. Is that neat? The menu actually moves where you turn your head. It'll actually bump itself if you turn far enough. Which I think is super cool. Super cool. And hello to you, tell us what's up. I can see where major brakes would be needed with VR, Kismet. How heavy is it feel on your head? Now, originally it felt really heavy on your head. But, oh, more love. BGG coming in with a 6-month sub love. You know I love my BGG buddies over there. Make sure to show them lots of love and attention in the chat, everybody. I have not got my VR love train going yet, so we can't do the love train tonight. But we will keep going. We will keep drawing. So again, I actually am really impressed. You know what? Some people, they bash VR. They're bashing on various VR games. I am super impressed with the interface if you've got it set up right. Now, out of the box, it's kind of frustrating that it is not set up automatically with high-res textures and makes it look great. But once you get it to the point I did here, then it is incredibly enjoyable and it looks fantastic. Now, it does feel like the thing is heavy, but it's really not. The trick to it is the strap here on the top of your head is making sure that this strap on the top of your head here is nice and tight, and the weight is actually up here and not on the front of your face. Make sure that you push down the back a little bit, and then you get it. I have it setting like kind of on the bottom part of my eyes, the little pad. That's usually where I can see the best. There's also some controls to mess with your eye distance, your IPD as they call it, which you saw on my Twitter, so that your eye distance is great. And then, of course, you've got some controls on the side here to make this go further out and in to help you see a lot better. And I can see it really great. And I have problems with my vision, too, so at least close up. But it looks fantastic to me. It looks really, really good, which is awesome. Oh, I see that hype in the chat. Hey, BGG, what's up? Now, again, if I missed your comment or question or in the chat, let me know. Let me know. I will have to check it out. Not much, Josie. Here to check out the VR adventure. How is everybody? Oh, I am doing awesome. I hope you're talking to me. If you're not talking to me, that's okay. Now, again, when I'm looking over here to the right, I'm looking at chat. I'm looking at the alerts. I have superimposed them into my VR world. You guys cannot see them, but I can. So you guys are going to just see what I'm looking at over there off to the side. Doesn't Kismet wear glasses? I do not wear glasses. I had my eyes lasered some years ago, but I do have some reading glasses and some far away glasses as my eyes diminish over time, because when you hit 45, you will need reading glasses eventually. So I do have them, but I don't have to wear them because I'm awesome. And I choose not to. Okay, so there we go. So that help file is super helpful on that, but I'm going to walk through some of the controls as we go. So again, movement is over here. So as you can feel, it does feel really nice. Now, I have been doing this thing called vignetting. Okay, now we're going to get into the game, the gameplay itself in just a bit here, but I want to go over some of this before we get too far in. Now, here in settings, I'm going to go into there, and we're going to talk about some of these VR settings right here. Now, I've got direct movement on. By default, it's off. You kind of hop from place to place to place, and I think it really kills your immersion. Though some people can't work both controls at the same time, I understand. That's perfectly okay. Also, I don't have left-handed mode, though I am ambidextrous. I can switch whichever hand I want to do. Comfort Sneak, I have no idea what that is. Pip-Boy location, we're going to fool around with that once we get our Pip-Boy. Also, this thing right here, if you have vertigo like me, this comfort vignette really works well. Now, if you notice, though, I have turned it way down. By default, it's way up, and it does this big kind of black edge whenever you move, right? Kind of like a vignette on the set, or a blend, as they call it, on the side. So it doesn't give you this kind of motion sickness that does sometimes happen. Now, I think it's turned up way too much. And even for somebody like me who has vertigo, I think it's turned up way too high. So I turned it all the way down, though I still have it on, and it does make it more comfortable to walk around in VR. Now, also, you've got the edge sharpness, which I turn way down. And then also the highlight objects, I turn that on. So I could, when I aim at stuff, it'll highlight at it as we pick stuff up. Now, I got all the way to Sanctuary and a little bit into Concord, just testing it. And it does work really well. Now, we've got use wand, camera rotation, and that kind of stuff turned on. I probably won't be showing that too much. Now, direct movement, I will show that whenever we're in VATS as well. So let's go ahead and go back out of there. Those are my current VR settings. Now, we're going to also come back and fool around with that Pip-Boy location in a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and over here on the right-hand button, this button right here that's in my face. I'll go ahead and hit that button to back up. And also I've turned the music off and of course the radio off because I don't want this to get striked on YouTube. So let's go ahead and hit back again. So it saved my settings and back, and then we're back out again. So again, left hand, I'm going to hold this one up when I'm moving, right? Now if I want to turn, I use the right hand to click to turn. Now you'll get used to it, and eventually you'll get to the point where you can navigate right where you want to go. Now also you can turn your head too.
173.5 degrees Fahrenheit. Brewed to perfection. And today's newspaper just delivered.
There we go. And then I can talk to Cogsworth by pressing the middle of the pad.
Thanks, Cogsworth.
Enjoy your coffee, sir.
Now, Cogsworth looks amazing, everybody. He looks fully three-dimensional. It looks fully three-dimensional in this kitchen. I mean, you really feel like it is. Now, just so you know, in the very beginning of VR, which actually started in the 60s, by the way, in the 70s and 80s, they came out with a VR headset that was like 5 times the size of this thing, and I got to try it.
Like
there was one...
I shall attend to young Shaw.
There goes Cogsworth. So...
You know, I was nervous at first, but
you were nervous?
Cogsworth's really good with Sean.
See, I can just turn my head. I don't actually have to turn. I can turn my head that way, or I can turn my head this way, and I can look around and just look around at things without having to do it. Now, notice how I don't have to spin or turn around. That's because I'm using the right controller, so I don't have to do that. I don't have to move around that much, which, of course, helps somebody like me who has vertigo. So I can go over here, and I can open the refrigerator, and then I can go in. I like using the right for clicking on stuff.
Saddle up Salisbury steak. Graded A+. Nuka-Cola. Ice cold.
There we go. This looks amazing, everybody. It looks amazing. Let me catch up on chat.
Can you get that?
I'll get it in a second.
Probably that salesman. He comes for you every day.
Josie. Talking in chat there. Looks a bit laggy. Yeah, it's going to be a bit laggy. Because I think because my thing crashed. It actually was a bit better earlier. But we're not going to fool around with that on stream. It also has to do with me pressing the forward buttons and backward buttons. It does actually work really, really well. Now, I've customized all of my settings. I've customized all my settings so that the quality of the graphics are incredibly high. So you guys will see just a touch of that lag.
Grognak the Barbarian in the Jungle of the Bat Babies. My favorite.
There we go. All right, let's go talk to the dude at the door. What's up, bro?
Good morning. Vault-Tec calling.
All right. Now, depending on where I'm looking at the moment, he starts talking to me is where my thing is at. Now, notice how I have the 2 controllers, my movement, and then this one, which is going to interact with the voice. So I'm going to go ahead and press down.
Good morning.
Isn't it? Just look at that sky out there. You can't begin to know how happy I am to finally speak with you. I've been trying for days.
Oh, somebody else with a sub love. Thank you so much for that sub love. Anon coming with a 5-month sub love. Anon also with a wave in chat as well. Looks like he ate some hot peppers. Kismet, can you look at your feet? Yes.
Well, you know,
I don't have feet. I have nothing. I can look at the welcome mat. Look how awesome the welcome mat looks. Yeah, now watch this. As I move, it'll actually move the chat interaction. See, if I turn my head, it'll move to where my head is at, so we can aim it right at him. And I turn on the
Then I'm glad you caught up with me.
these things. The titling.
Oh, me too. You have no idea. Now, I know you're a busy fellow, so I won't take up
This
much
looks
of your time.
totally three-dimensional.
Time
His
being
hand is coming out at me.
A precious commodity. I'm here today to tell you that because of your family service to our country, you have been pre-selected for entrance into the local vault.
Now, I like to look
Vault
at... Look at this.
111.
I like to look at the text down here so you guys can read it. Sounds good.
great.
Oh, it is. Believe you me. Now, you're already cleared for entrance in the unforeseen event of total atomic annihilation. I just need to verify some information. That's all.
All right, let's do it.
Sure, let's do it.
Splendid. Splendid. Now, let's see.
All right, so now you got the standard setup scene here. Now, the first thing, of course, we're going to do is the name, so I'm going to pull trigger. Now, here's the cool thing. Look at this. I can aim my controller at what I want to do, right? Now, I've got two controllers, so I can aim one controller over here, and it's a little funky sometimes to get it to work, but I can go ahead and go over here and then try to hit shift, right? And then just type out my name. I don't know about you, but that is so freaking awesome. That is amazing. Now, of course, the only thing about doing VR, by the way, everybody, I'm going to take my headset off for a second, is, of course, I cannot look directly at you guys. Of course, I've got it lined up so you guys can see me, but I think that it does distract from, of course, us having a visual clue. I hope you guys will indulge me while I'm playing some VR, because it is amazing. And I would definitely, if you can afford it, I would definitely recommend the Vive. The Vive is incredibly beautiful. I mean, the actual three-dimensional feel when you're sitting in there is completely immersive. You totally feel like it's happening. Now, again, on the sides here, I can go ahead and scroll up and down. Notice the little green circle moving up and down. That's moving up and down the menus here. Actually, I can hold it out like this. You can see me moving. Now, you know me. I'm going to go ahead and go heavy charisma. So I'm going to go ahead and just swipe across. Now, one of the weird things about the controller is you're doing a lot of swiping and not clicking. You're not pressing down on the pad. You're more just moving your finger across the pad, right? Now, our build from last time is, and I'm going to take my headset off again, is set up. Oh, it's way over there. Now, I'm going to come a little bit closer to you for a second as I go over here and get my setup, my charisma built. All right, so we're going to do 5 strength, 4 perception. 5 strength, 4 perception. So we're going to start with that. All right. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to move back here in just a second. And then again, swipe left to 5. And then down to 4. I'm getting older. I can't remember all these numbers. 5, 4, 1, 10, 5, 1, 2. 5, 1, 2. All right. So 5 in intelligence. So 5, 4, 1. 5, 4, 1, 10, 5, 1, 2. See, I forget 2 seconds later. And 10, 5. 5. Come on, 5. There we go. And 2. There we go. We're going to go ahead and accept that.
Wonderful. That's everything. Just gonna walk this over to the vault. Congratulations on being prepared for the future.
Thanks again.
Thanks, guy. Bye.
It's peace of mind.
That's true,
It's worth a
Nora.
little paperwork, right?
For you and Sean, no price is too high.
Good answer.
I have my moments.
That's true. I do. I do have my moments. All right, let me back up again into my little VR square.
Sean has been changed.
Now, here's a little tip for you when you're doing VR. Don't sit by your monitors.
He needs some of that paternal affection you seem to be so good at.
I'll be there in just a sec. Do not sit
You
close
heard
to your monitors.
Codsworth.
You know why?
Go
Because
on.
of this. Because bam! There goes your TV. Bam! There goes your computer monitor. I'm actually sitting about 3 feet back from all of that. And I have a good amount of room here. Actually, I need to go this way just a little bit. I have a good amount of room that I can go ahead and swing my hands out. I can reach out. I can go like this. I can look up. I give myself a lot of room here, and that's why I'm sitting back a bit away from my thing. Now, when you're doing this, make sure to take a break from every now and again. I love how it messes up my hair, too. Make sure to take a break every now and again because it can, you can get very dizzy from it. I haven't had that problem, which is amazing to me, but you can have that problem. Now, there's a menu up right now. Now, this is the main menu here that you can go around in the VR. You can go to the store. You can go to libraries. You can see I'm playing Fallout 4 right now. I can go to my home place. This is that button right here, this kind of bottom button that gets you to your home screen, and I can just press the home screen to get out of there. And then when I want to get out of this, I can go ahead and press this button under here to back up, like so. And again, I can just turn around using my right side, like this, and then left side. Now, again, you guys are not getting the experience that I'm getting, which is completely immersed in 3D. Hey, Burnt Labs, what's up, man? I can see you in chat. Who else we got? We got Kraken Sand says, honestly, everything I've seen in VR seems a headache inducing. It can be if you don't set it up well. Now, I spent the last 5 days setting it up amazing. And I'm going to be not moving my head really, really fast like a lot of people do. I'm going to be just taking my time, left to right, trying to be a lot of very aware of what you guys are watching. Vicious Proxy coming in. What's up, man? Thanks for hanging out. Who else we got? Who else we got? Retweet, one more retweet for 500 Kids Cats. Whoa, get those Kids Cats. Now, we're going to be doing some giveaways later on today, everybody. But let's just go around. Let's go ahead and drink some coffee. Now, my favorite part of this is the fact that I can kind of turn my head a little bit when I need to look at something, right? So say I want to go over here and look out this window. I can go ahead and look out the window. And you know how you do that in a game anyway? You know how you tilt your head and you try to look around stuff in a game? You can really do it with this. You can really peek around the corner and peek around the corner with a VR headset. I think that's really cool. I think that's really a neat way of really introducing VR. And we've already done a lot of this stuff here at the beginning, but we're going to have some fun. We're going to go ahead and walk around and just look at some of the stuff. And then we'll go talk with Sean.
If I may, Sean requires your personal attention.
Sugar bombs. 100% daily value of sugar.
There we go. And then let's go ahead and look over here.
I'm so proud of her.
Got her law degree.
Good old USA.
All right. Now, I like to rest my hand on, I have little chair arm things where I'm going to keep my hands pretty much down here because these things do get heavy after a while. We'll just kind of look around. Bathroom here. We've got our room in here. And again, I'm going to be looking here to the right, see if you guys say anything in chat. If I did miss it, just throw it in there again. We'll be looking at chat. I will be looking at my alerts. Anon says, can't wait to see what happens when you're with your next jump scare. Well, watch out. I added a bunch more jump scares to my alerts down there, by the way. Now, I'm going to go over here, of course, and turn this thing off right away. Now, here's a cool thing, by the way. Now, notice how I can turn and do stuff, right? I can turn and I can activate.
We really need to get those vacation photos developed.
Now, if you're going to ask me, Kismet, is it worth the $600? Absolutely. Absolutely. Is it worth the $600 plus the several $100s on the setup and the poles and the rearranging your office and doing all of that stuff? Oh, yeah. It is totally worth it because it is amazing.
War never changes. Got that right.
There we go.
No need to get dressed twice.
Close that door. There we go. Now, again, I can just look this way without having to turn by using the right mouse or the right kind of joystick here. Let's go in here and look in here. Looking pretty good. There's my boy. There's my boy. You can see some blocks over here. Now, notice how they highlight green so I can look at them.
He'll either be great at spelling or great at smashing blocks together.
There you go. So see, I can highlight things. It highlights in green. That's something I turned on, so I know what I'm aiming at.
Can't wait to teach him to ride this.
Again, look, I can look down.
The glove's a little big right now, but Sean will grow into it. Should get this signed next time we're at the park.
There you go. There you go. It's painting. No. How about this car?
To think, one day he's going to learn how to drive.
And again, I'm navigating with the right hand. Now, again, the turning is a little awkward, and the whole thing's awkward when you first start doing it. It is very awkward, but It is actually incredibly fun.
Wonder what Sean will grow up to be.
I don't know. There's my baby boy. Let's say hello to Sean. Hello, little boy.
How are the two most important men in my life doing?
Doing good. Get in here, Nora.
Bit. He loves that.
Now again, see, I can turn, look that way, and then look back, which I think is super cool. She's gonna come in and close the door.
Hey, how's my little guy? Much better now, huh? Listen, after breakfast, I was thinking we could head to the park for a bit. Weather should hold up.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Sir? Mum? You
Uh-oh.
should come and see this.
Bye, little boy.
Codsworth?
I'll
What's
come
wrong?
looking for you in like 500 hours from now. Open the door. Oh, we got somebody else with a sub love. Who is it? Nano Puddin' coming in with a prime sub love. Welcome to the best VR stream ever, everybody. I've spent 5 days getting this working, and boy, does it look great.
Yes,
It looks fantastic. Scary thing is how all the NPCs look so much thinner in Fallout VR. Yeah, they look thinner and also a little bit smaller.
What?
We seem to have lost
What did he
contact with
say?
our affiliate stations.
Let's take a look.
Oh, no.
We do have coming in. That's confirmed reports.
Oh,
I
no.
repeat, confirmed reports of
got my baby.
nuclear detonations in New York and Pennsylvania. My God.
Oh my God.
We need to get to the vault.
Bring it.
Now!
I've got
Cogsworth,
Sean.
it's
Let's
the
go.
last time I'm gonna see you looking nice and shiny, bro. Have a nice day. I'm out of here. Later, bro. Take care of my stuff. Wax my car while I'm gone. I wonder if we can close the door. Has anybody ever closed the door? I have never closed the door going out before. All right, it's look out. I want one of these in real life right here. Oh, look at this. Look inside here. This feels totally three-dimensional. It really does. I'm sorry you can't see it at home. If you don't have a Vive, I would definitely suggest getting one, because this is the way to play. This is the way to play Fallout 4 in complete immersion. Now these people feel like they're running by me. Let's take a look at Sanctuary Man. Look at this, beautiful. And look up and look down. Whoa, vertibird coming over, everybody. And there it goes. All right, let's go back this way. Get this going on. Check out chat in there. Someone donated 66 bits.
Sanctuary Hills.
They did. I didn't see it.
Evacuate to Vault
I saw the 100 bits from Pimp. Where's the bits? Where's the bits? I don't see no bits. What you talking about? What you talking about? Or are you asking somebody to put 66 bits in there?
Sanctuary Hills.
Who's this guy?
You are registered.
Excuse me.
Evacuate
Oh
to
my
Vault
God.
111
We don't have
immediately.
anywhere to go.
Yeah, you're bumming. There's my girl. My baby.
We'll drive to the
Excuse me.
coast. That's gotta be far enough.
What if we can't drive far enough in
Residents of
time?
Sanctuary Hills.
What if it isn't?
If you are registered,
You're going to die.
evacuate to Vault
Just saying.
111 immediately.
Hey, ladies.
This is it.
Hey.
You're going to die.
The nukes are coming. Those communist bastards.
The vertibird up ahead. All right, everybody. We're not going to talk to everyone. Oh, I should go talk to these guys.
Residents of Sanctuary Hills.
See what they have to say.
Vault's the other way.
Hey there.
Where are you going? Off the street, citizen. Vault's the other way.
Oh, thanks for letting me know, man. I really want to go that way.
This way.
All right. I'm on the way.
Sanctuary Hills.
Now, if I hold down this side and I hold it down, I start to run. So I can run forward.
Leave the bag.
Leave the bag, dude.
Help me pick it up.
Whoa. Now this is a little bit difficult navigating around these kind of corners. Sometimes you have to look in that direction to kind of navigate yourself that way, which does help a lot.
Check in at the gate.
That's absurd! I am
Not
vault
on the list.
check.
You don't get in.
I'm going in. You can't stop me. Okay. I'm reporting this!
If you're in the program, step forward. Otherwise, return home.
Look at all these people. They're going to die.
We're gonna die out here.
Yep.
We need to get in. We're on the list.
God, we're gonna die!
Infant, adult male, adult female. Okay, go ahead.
Thank you.
Party on, bros.
Good luck, ma'am.
You two,
And
follow
God
me.
help us
Come
all.
on.
What's gonna happen to all those people outside
We're
the
doing
gate?
everything we can.
They're all
Now
gonna
keep
die.
moving.
Look at the vertebrate coming in. This is incredible, everybody. I'm telling you. You can't see it on the stream, but there's a whole nother dimension to playing the game now. Like, I can see little blades of grass and little rocks on the ground. I can see things in such a way that you couldn't see it in a two-dimensional way, right? Because you can see a lot more of the detail, and you can see things you might not have seen the first playthrough, or in my case, the first 5 playthroughs. But here we go, everybody. Let's go ahead and move along our playthrough here. Let's get started. We know what's about to happen. What's up, sweetheart?
All right, that's it. Send it down.
Almost there. We're gonna be okay. I love you. Both of you.
We love you too.
Whoa!
Now, send it down now.
Hold on!
Whoa! Hurry up!
Oh God! Oh God!
I love that part. It's so epic. Nobody donated. All right. All right. Thanks for letting me know, Tree. Just saying, someone please donate to Jump Scare Kismet. Oh, that would jump scare the heck out of me. All right, here we go.
We did it. We made it.
Baby girl says, okay, Kismet, that's just weird. I'm so used to being so active. I think that's the worst.
Step off the elevator.
That's the word
and
I'm
proceed up
looking
the
for.
stairs
Yes,
in
I am. I'm
fashion.
very active. I'm
No
moving
need
my
to
arms.
worry, folks. We'll get everyone situated in your new home. Vault 111. A better future underground.
So we just...
Yes, up the stairs.
I can't believe it. If we left a minute
Now,
later...
one of the problems they had with Fallout VR is everybody
Don't get
felt
caught
like
up
they were
thinking
really
about
low
that.
down to the
You're
ground,
safe now.
that they were about 5 feet
Everyone,
tall.
just head up
I've
these
made myself
stairs
about the
and
same
through the
level
door
of the
there.
NPCs so you can look them right in the eye. And I'm also sitting down at the same time. I don't have to stand. Also, if you notice, the graphics in here are phenomenal. That's a little weird up there, though.
We'll get everyone through
That's a little
this
weird
as
there.
quickly as possible.
But
Just
look at this.
Head up the stairs.
This, I mean, it really feels like I'm there. It really feels like I'm in the vault. And everything's all three-dimensional and angled and shaded and everything. It is beautiful. Beautiful. So again, we're going to play a mega playthrough. That means I'm going to play through in my charisma style. We're going to be doing, of course, my mega building and all that fun stuff along the way. Let's talk to this guy.
Up the stairs.
All right, let's go talk to this guy over here, the overseer.
Hey.
Just head up the stairs. We'll take care of everything. Up the stairs, please.
All right, I'm on it. Let's go up the stairs, everybody.
Vault 10 is here for you. All new residents,
Just this way.
please proceed.
Be seeing that guy later.
in orderly fashion.
One vault soon.
Welcome
Now just head down the hall.
Yeah, one male. It's me.
Good.
Each of you take one of these. Your
Excuse
brand
me.
new vault
Just
suit.
step over to the table.
All right.
Female and
Yeah, looks
It's down the hallway right
Thanks. What now?
there. Just follow the doctor here. He'll show you where to go.
All right, you three. Follow me.
All right, let's go.
See? This is our new home.
Oh, you're gonna love it here. This is one of our most advanced facilities. Not that the others aren't
Now,
great, mind
one
you.
of the things is trying to be centered when you're walking, right? Because you're using the right controller. Sorry if I'm moving back and forth a lot. It's a little annoying to try to be centered, so I just try to turn my head a little bit to get that
gone.
feeling of being centered.
Our home. Everything we had.
Talk to these peeps.
My mother and
Hey.
father down in D.C.
Please, these people need
Oh,
some
God,
space.
honey, what if they didn't make it?
I know this is
Excuse
a
me.
difficult time.
Did you have
But
any
Vault
family
Tech will be
outside the
with you
city?
every step of the way. You'll
Oh,
thrive
God. We'll never see them again.
We've
That's
lost
right, you won't.
everything. Oh, God.
Keep going.
How long do you think we'll be down here?
Oh, we'll be going over all that in orientation. Just a few medical items we have to get through first.
This looks
Just checking
awesome right here,
everyone's
everybody.
as they come in.
You can look up, you can see all the
Prepared for
bolts,
the
you can
future,
see all the
right?
stuff everywhere, all the little things in the corners, all the pipes and every little doodads and everything everywhere. You can see the steam coming out of that steam vent over there. Really, really feels like you're there. Feels like you're in that moment. Hey, Crazy, what's up? I see Fib hanging out in the chat as well. Yes, every time's his first time. Exactly. 100%, 50% of the time, it works 100% of the time as well. All right, let's go down here and let's go ahead and talk to the doc.
Such a lovely family you have. I hope you'll see this as your new home.
Well, do I have a choice? I don't think I do. All right, Doc, what do I got to do?
Just this way. Just step in here and put your vault suit on.
All right. Oh, my baby! Shh. Oh.
Who's my little guy? I'm not going far. I'll just be over there.
There he is, see? Daddy's not going far.
All set? Just step inside and put on your vault suit.
Hun?
I think he's better. You go ahead.
All right. I'll miss you. All right, activate.
The pod will decontaminate.
Now this is cool because you can look around in the
before
pod.
we head deeper in the vault. Just
like so.
Time for a whole new life.
Whoa! 101 coming in, blowing it up in here.
Occupant vitals normal.
This is awesome.
Procedure complete.
Wow, I really feel like I'm contained. Let me out of here! Let me out of here!
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll try to keep looking forward on storyline stuff for you guys, so I'm not looking off at the chat while we're in storyline. Try to keep that in mind. Again, now the whole point of this stream is to make it the best VR stream ever. Uh-oh.
Cryogenic stasis suspended.
What's going on? Hey, get out of here. Get out of here.
Here.
Open it.
Is that cool or what? You ever do that in your monitor and think you can do it, but now you can really do it. You can look around. Hey! Hey! That's my boy!
Almost. Everything's gonna be fine.
I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna kill that guy. I'm gonna find out who that is too. I'm gonna kill her too.
I got him.
Let the boy go.
Leave my boy alone!
Tell you once.
Don't mess with my woman.
I'm not giving you shot.
No! Knock on the glass!
Let's go.
You gonna die.
Cryogenic
I'm gonna get that guy. I'm gonna get that guy. Alright, how we doing on chat here? Looking good, looking good. We've gone into the nether space. Gasping and coughing. Critical failure in the cryogenic array. All vault residents must vacate immediately.
Vault residents must vacate.
I mean, because you didn't look at that the last time it opened. You didn't look straight up. I know I didn't. That's awesome. All right. Activate.
Come on! There has to be a release!
Right here.
Come on, come on, come on! Oh, God!
Ah! My sweetheart!
I'll find who did this. And I'll get Sean back. I promise.
I will. And I kill every last one of them between you and them. Where's my ring? Now, for some reason, she's very difficult to loot. Trying to find out where she's at. Actually finds a little bit easier to back up to loot stuff. Oh, not let me do it. Now, I actually was able to do it last time. Apparently not. Unless I already got it. I think I might have already gotten it. Come on, Nora. Oh, all I can do is do the cryopod. I think I already got it. So what you can do is you can get your wedding ring off of there. It doesn't look like she has a wedding ring. You get your wedding ring off of her, and then you can turn around, and of course you can go in, and you can look at all these people, which is super trippy.
God, why would Voltaire do this? Can't be the only one left. Hello? Anyone?
Yeah, it's just me. It's just me! Wow, that is cool, isn't it? Yeah, I think, I like how you can look around in different things, which makes it really awesome. Get that chat out of my way. Kiz, you have the ring already. Yeah, I thought I did. I thought I got the ring when I talked to her. I grabbed it. And I was having trouble doing that last time, but it works good. Now look how much darker it is in here, too. I don't have my gamma up or anything like that, so here we go, sliding door. And again, moving with the left and looking with the right. Let's go ahead and see if we can go in here. More cryopods in here. And again, see, I can turn my head. And when I see something I want, you know me, I love to super loot. Boom, I just pick it up like that. Now, it's kind of hard to see in this room. But as you can see, I can just aim toward it. I don't actually have to be too close to it. Oh, there's another new vault suit. Awesome. We can just run along, grab the loot, and we can just look side to side as we go. So we don't have to actually turn if we don't want to. And of course, we can go up to this terminal. And let's do some terminal stuff. There we go. All right. And as you can see, the terminal comes up. It actually looks pretty awesome. Did a great job on it. I'm going to use the trigger on the right-hand side. Cryogenic array offline, premature termination resulting in system failure. Isolated manual and remote overrides detected. Controls disabled. That means somebody overwrite the controls. Now, I know who it was. And some of you know who it was as well. All right. Life support offline, premature termination, blah, 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 blah. Same thing. Pod occupant status. Let's check out Mr. Petro, deceased. Well, it's, long story short, they're all dead. There we go. So they're all dead. There ain't nobody coming back except for you. All right, heading this way. Let's head out of here. And let's head this way. Now, again, when I'm moving, there's like a little... Got my fist. When I'm moving, there's like a little bit of a vignette thing that helps me not give you that movement problem. Now, again, I can take the wrench. And I can take that. I can go ahead and look inside. Oh, let's get that wrench down there. I can look what's inside this toolbox. Look how neat that is. Isn't that amazing? You can look inside the toolbox. If I tap up, it's going to be transfer, or if I just click, I can take what's in there. And then look how I can see there's a hammer on the ground. Now, also, you can pick stuff up. I haven't figured out how to throw stuff yet, but you can actually pick stuff up and turn it around and then drop it back down again. That was fail. And turn it down, try to get it to land right. There we go. Failfish. There we go. And thanks again for the 101 bits, Josie. Appreciate that. Nanopuddin, thank you so much also for the subscription a bit earlier. And on with the 5 months. Nanopuddin, of course, with the Prime sub. So, as you can see, we can fool around with these cones and keep fooling around with them until we get it just right. Now, I could actually reach down and let go of it like that. So it really does give you that three-dimensional feel. Now over here you can still see I'm navigating. And then over here on the right side, by the way, I can press down and I get this thing right here. See this circle? This circle is from me pressing down on the pad. And that allows me to actually choose weapons in my favorites in a bit. And then also I can click this little button right here to put my weapon away, which is awesome. Let's try this door. Malfunctioning exit door override. Please contact your maintenance.
Exit door override. Please contact your Vault-Tec maintenance representative for service.
All right. Let's go in here. By the way, this looks phenomenal. It looks so good. Every little bolt, every little thing, it really feels three-dimensional. It really does. All right, let's get out of here. You guys know, if you played any Fallout, you know what's going on here. Now, again, my favorite thing is just to turn my head a little bit so I can see what's going on. Let's go over here and see what we got here. Oh, we got something right down here. Oops, something moved over there. You see that? Let's go ahead and take this. And look what we've got now. We've got ourselves a weapon. Now, it took me a little bit to learn how to use the melee weapons. Or melee weapons, depending on how you look at it. Oh, there's something ran in there. Look at that. There's little bugs in there. We've got to watch out for them bugs. Watch out for bugs, everybody. Let's go ahead and look this way. What do we got in here? Oh, yeah. So we got a whole bunch of stuff in here we can check out. Now, again, I can aim it at this here. And notice I can see the file cabinet. Also, I can press and hold the button. Notice there, I've got my melee weapon now on my favorites. I can also click and put the weapon away, which makes it easier, actually, to see what's in the file cabinet. Isn't that awesome? You just aim it at the file cabinet. It'll highlight. I press the middle button here, or the middle kind of touch wheel. That'll pick it up. Same thing with this. I can go ahead and just... oh, my weapon away. I can just aim at that cup, click the middle, and grab it. Oh, because I have it over there. There we go. And I like to use the right-hand one because the left-hand one is more of navigation, I find. So I just navigate with the left one, and I have a tendency to put it down so that it's not aiming at anything. Like this, just to make it a little bit easier. Of course, we can look in the desk. Nothing in the desk. This is like a super Louverter's dreams right here. All right. Confidential. Vault 111 is designed to test the long-term effects of suspended animation on the unaware human subjects. Security staff are responsible for... now, it has a tendency to slide down a little bit. And that's why you'll see me adjusting a little bit. Let me adjust a little bit more. There we go. Integrate and monitoring science staff activity. Under no circumstances are staff allowed to deviate from assigned duties. Insubordination or interference with vault operations are capital offenses. Security staff are authorized to use lethal force. Then we hit the back. Operating procedure manual. Now, we read this on my modded playthrough recently, so we're not going to go through all of that, but you get the general idea. And again, if you notice, even though I'm in a seated position, I am still able to feel like I'm standing. Now, I can also crouch, by the way, by using the right mouse button, this button here. I can use that to crouch and stand. So you can use that for your stealth mode. Now, they did mention that they do not have a snipers working yet. So if you want to do a sniper playthrough, which, you know, I like to do sniping, they do not have that working yet. So heads up on that, everybody. So I'm sure they'll add it as they go along. So again, we'll look around, make sure we've got no baddies going to get us here. We'll go through the door. Let's see what goes on here. Let's see what's up ahead here. Again, so I love to just kind of look side to side as you go. You don't have to necessarily spin side to side. And, of course, we're going to super loot our way through here. Oh, there's a baddie there. Now, up at the top of this little wheel right here, it's right here in the center, that is the VATS button. And I can go ahead and press the VATS button. See that? That's going to bring up the VATS, and then I can just aim at a different part of its head if I have a ranged weapon, or if I have a melee weapon, I have to physically go up there and try to hit it. Now, you also, if you hold down the trigger button on the right-hand side, it will build up a power attack in which you can hit it. That took me a long time. I actually died about 3 or 4 times right here trying to figure out how to use the melee, which is pretty crazy. Too much breathing. Yes, I know, he's very cold. It's because he's cold, exactly. There you go. It happens at the very beginning. It's dark, I'm scared. But find somebody who can snuggle with you and not be scared. So we're going to run over here. We're going to grab this weapon again, even though we already have the weapon. I'm going to go ahead and use the trigger to pull out the weapon. And then here comes the rad roach. Press the VATS. And then I physically have to hit it. Like this with the control. Hit that rad roach. Die, rad roach. I find it doesn't work that great. If you notice. Oh. If you notice. Just hit my earphones. Now notice I'm swinging the thing, right? I should have hit it about 15 times now. But I've hit it 0 times so far. So I don't know what it is about this particular thing that makes it difficult. But it happens. Now, if I go out of there, I can go ahead and move. And then again, hit it as much as I can. And you just swing a lot. And you got to swing way down at your feet for it to work. That's going to be one of your probably most frustrating things when you first start and you're trying to do melee mode. And again, you aim it at it.
Giant roaches?
So you aim the end of it at it. That's how you can do it. Then you can take it with this baton. But if you have a gun, then you can hold it upright that I find. Now, also you're going to notice that I have my hit points over here, and eventually I will have my action points over there as well. So I can go ahead and aim that baton at that. That took me a while to learn that I had to aim the melee weapon. That's why you'll see me turn the melee weapon off, because it's a little bit easier to navigate. Now, of course, we always know if we do get hurt, we can go ahead and just drink a little bit of water here. There we go. We can see that water going on. I tapped something there. What am I tapping? At the edge of my desk. So yeah, we can go ahead and get some water and whatnot. Now, also, even though I don't have the Pip-Boy, if I hold this button down on the right, I actually have a light from my hand already. So I can use that light right in the very beginning if you want to get rid of the darkness and all that stuff. If you don't like it to be dark. So we'll take care of that. Let's go ahead and check out here in the break room. See if we got any bad guys. I don't see any bad guys. So let's run over here, and of course, let's do some super loot. Now, again, I don't have to get that close. Probably within about, let's say about right here is a great place where you can pick it up. So you don't have to go right next to every single thing in here. And then again, if you want to pull some stuff off the shelf, you just kind of get close to it. You try to hold down the button if it lets us. Nope, gotta get closer. Gotta get closer. And then if you can, I'm not sure if I can. I haven't tried it on these boxes yet. But if you can move it, it will let you move it. Apparently not on that particular thing. Let's try a chair. There we go. There we go. See, we can move it. It will let us move it. There's just something really cool about that. Something really cool. Looks complicated. It is fairly complicated. It is fairly hard to get used to it. Especially if you've never done anything VR like me. I mean, I've done the original VR. But it was very rudimentary, right? It was all low-end blocks and all of that stuff back in the day. And it was very low quality. This is incredibly huge quality. Incredibly nicely done. And again, when you're taking stuff, try to aim your other controller away. So then you can grab the stuff. Like, you'll see me aim this controller off to the side. That has a tendency to work fantastically. Cryo gun. No cryo gun yet. No cryo. Now again, if I look off to the right here, everybody, I'm looking at my chat and whatnot because I go above and beyond and be able to see my chat while we're playing. All right, Overseer's Memo, top 10 and play tape. I'm actually just going to eject the tape and take the tape because we've read all of that stuff before. So we're going to pop out of there and we're going to go ahead and turn around. And again, put that away. We'll look around, see if we forgot any loot. Like this. Now, it does take some coordination to do it this way. You can also go into VATS, and you can use this side over here to actually jump from place to place if you want. Notice how I jumped there, right? Because I can tell it where I want to jump. You can see there's like a little blue thing on the ground. See that? Like a little vault door. And I can tell it where I want to jump to, like to here and like that. But it just feels wrong to me. It feels wrong. It doesn't feel like Fallout 4 to me. It feels like, you know, some VR thing that you might be looking at. You know, Fallout 4, you should be running from place to place and you know, experiencing it while you're moving from place to place. I think, anyway. But, hey, it's your game. You can do whatever you want. I like how the stuff flies to you, too. Now, look at this. So I can go in. I can use the sink. I mean, that's a whole different experience. Also, you can see there's a gap behind it, between the wall and the stove there, which is really cool. And again, we'll aim this up here. Grab that. See how far we can grab it? That one, not quite. Got to get a little bit closer. There we go. Now we can grab the toaster. Now, again, all this stuff, of course, look at the stuff on the ground. Stuff on the ground that sometimes you might run past because you can't see it, right? Because you're not looking at it. I can grab that stuff as well. And we're going to run in here. Now, I'm not going to be in any hurry, everybody. I don't rush my games. You guys know that I don't rush through my games. I take my time. I try to enjoy it along the way. And again, I wish they would have gave us a bit of a smoother turning, much like a mouse turn, like you could just pivot the thing to turn. That would have been really great, you know, just to pivot, right? So it just gyroscopes you. That would be it. And then you can, of course, control the sensitivity of that gyroscope. That would have been a great way to navigate. Now, if I was in the survival mode, of course, the only way I could save is to go right here. But, of course, we can use this menu button right here at the top. And then we can go ahead and choose Save over here. And we'll do a new save. Here we are right there. So we don't have to do all that over again. And, again, it's just like a whole different experience to play it like this. Because you can see a lot of stuff, all the little details of stuff that you usually can't see when you're just running through in a more two-dimensional feel of it. It really does feel amazing. I mean, they really did a fantastic job, I think. I think, anyway. All right, let's get our weapon out by just clicking the trigger button. I'm going to go ahead and open up the door. And we're going to try to do some more melee over here. Look at these. That is awesome. Awesome. We'll look over this way. We've got ourselves some controls. And again, the melee is very awkward, I find. It doesn't seem to like you swing it once and you get them. I don't know, maybe you're missing, I guess, but it feels very awkward to me. Bad monkey. You got to swing it a whole lot for it to work. You should swing it one time and it work, personally, I think. And then we'll get out of VATS by pressing the button. And we can aim, we can grab it. I think the aiming is a little weird with the thing, too. Oh! Bad monkey. There we go. Got him. And then we'll loot that one as well. There we go. There we go. I can't spell! Oh, no! I know how that goes. The more my vertigo goes, the worse I get at spelling. Alright, let's go out here and check this one. Might get zapped a little bit. Check this guy over here.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Everybody's dead, bro. Everybody be dead. He died, she died, everybody died. Again, see, I can look at the ground. I can pick that up if I want. Put it over there. It's just so cool. It's just so cool. Now again, I have vertigo. I have chronic vertigo. It never goes away. It is always. I'm always a little bit dizzy, but I play games to relax. It actually helps my vertigo to relax and play games. What? Oh my goodness! That's Mr. Non-Mute came in with a 6-month sub love. Look at your little baby dragon growing all up with a 6 months baby dragon. Very nice. Thank you so much for that sub love, everybody. Thank you for following those chat rules as well, everybody. Watch out with them spoilers. Watch out. I don't cheat. I don't shortcut. I don't use third-party mods in any way, unless I am doing a modded playthrough, which I had started, but now we're playing. Oh, get out of here, bad monkey! Stop it. Now notice how I didn't have to use VATS. I could just start swinging the thingy. It took me a while to figure that out, that you have to actually swing the thing for it to work. I was like, why is it not working? Why is it not working? And I actually died a few times testing this out. So just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. Just keep swinging. There we go. Now, when if you take any damage, I took a little bit of damage there. Again, go over here to the water and go ahead and drink out of the fountain, and that should heal you up. There you go. Actually, I don't even know what mode I'm in. What hardness mode am I in? I'm in whatever the default is they give you. What do they give you? They put me on very easy. Well, we're gonna leave on very easy for right now, but we're definitely gonna have to turn that up. We're gonna turn that up, but we're just noobing it up tonight, so we'll crank that up and we'll get into some real trouble later. All right, so here we are in the overseer's office. Look at these stem packs. Awesome. Go ahead and grab those stem packs. We've got ourselves a weapon. All right, let's grab that. Grab that weapon. And now you notice that the front of the weapon now is where I can aim. I actually prefer to have the pistol because it's easier to aim when you're picking stuff up. Now again, we can look around the room here much easier. Let's go check these cabinets over here. And I just aim at the cabinets, and then it just tells me what's in there. Pre-war money and a pencil. And then in this one, bobby pin. And then in this one, nothing. So pretty awesome, I think. Pretty awesome way of doing that. Pretty amazing. So who's the bit boss right now? Anon is the bit boss. He is your chat overlord. If you want to be the chat bit boss, be in control of the chat, you're going to have to dethrone him as well. Look at all the stuff on the ground. We've got this guy.
Is this all that's left?
Yep.
Is anyone alive? Did anyone get out?
Nope. Nope. All right, we got some more stuff in here. Again, we can just grab that. Got to be within a certain distance. Now, there is something you can turn on to see what the distance of your picking stuff up is. We'll fool with that a little bit when we get to Sanctuary. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and try to finish this up here. Again, notice how I can just turn it sideways. I can see what's in the dresser just by aiming it there. Really, really cool interface idea. Nothing short of brilliant there. Get those cigarettes and so on and so forth. Now, eventually, of course, we'll be doing our perks and all that stuff as well. But this is super fun. Oh, wow, that's a lot of 10mm there. It is very, very fun to do. Stem pack, very nice. And also, if you notice here in my menu now, I've now got the 10mm pistol. I'll put it way down here where you guys can see it. I've now got the 10mm pistol, and I can just rotate my thumb over here on the thumb button to choose that, or I can go ahead and put my weapon away. And then I've got my regular controller back. I can also make it so I have hands, by the way. I can go into melee mode if I want to. But if I click it, it actually pulls back the last weapon that I had, which is the 10mm right here. And again, we can drink out of the sink to heal up. And again, we just look around, see if we got everything. Do we see anything on the floor? Nope, nothing on the floor. Nothing anywhere else. And again, I'm doing two things at one time. I'm turning with the right hand, and I'm also moving with the left hand at the same time. So it does get involved. We're going to go ahead and do the terminal. Get ourselves out of here. Right here. Now again, you're going to see me go into this kind of VR loading space from time to time. Oh, and it kicked me out. Or not. Kicked me completely out of the game. First game crash. Hold on, let's get back in. Working perfectly all day long, everybody. Perfectly all day long. Let's get back in. Let's go. I didn't have any crashes before, but I haven't played for this long. So let's go ahead and skip this. You can skip this with right trigger. I'll get right back to where I was. There we go. Where we saved before. Might have to do a little bit of relooting. Let's get back to it. Let me see if you guys can see it over there. Oh, my screen's over the top of it. Getting double screens. Fix that real quick. There we go. Don't want you guys to have to endure double screens. There we go. There's a lot of technology behind the scenes, a lot of various programs behind the scenes that are making all this work right now. So you guys can hear the audio. So I can see the alerts. There's a lot of programs running in the background that are making this all work. It is fairly difficult to integrate your VR into your stream because you got to have a lot of equipment and a lot of know-how to make stuff work, which is basically what I spent all of these days trying to figure out, how to make stuff work. But of course, that's kind of my best thing. That's my best thing, is solving problems. Now I'm going to have to do all this again, but that's okay. We'll speed it up a little bit. Come on, rad roaches. It's actually easier to see them in this one. I feel like I'm getting better. Get that one already? That one I didn't get. Alright. Again, I like to do the storyline.
What happened here? Where is everyone?
Smack 'em more rad roaches. Stop it. Get that rad roach. All right. Let me get back up here and let me see if I'm in the center of my VR world here. Gotta back up again. Now again, I have a red square on the ground here so I know where I need to be. There we go. To be in the proper spot. It's shy in VR mode, exactly. Yes, a crash. It does happen. I haven't had it crapping. I actually haven't had a crash. That's my very first crash. And I've had it literally running for days now as I go in and out of the game, or I'm testing stuff, or I'm trying to upgrade the graphics, or whatever I was doing. And that's the first time. First time it crashed. So we're going to go ahead and... Whoop, knock that on the ground. kind of rush through here real quick. You guys just saw me do all this, so we're going to just go through a little bit faster. I'm just going to grab all the loot. You know me, I love to super loot. Super looting is the key to making large settlements. And again, I'll just aim at this and press that middle button. And we're looking good. Now, you can also go into it and just take all from there as well. Now, we're going to need every one of these bullets, by the way, in this playthrough. So we're going to go ahead and grab all the bullets and the weapons. And we're going to look over here. We got lighter and a clipboard in there. Now, there's the cryolator. Now, I'm not going to fool around with trying to cheat and get that. I don't cheat. I don't shortcut. Don't say anything like that in the chat, or my mods will time you out. Please no talking about exploits in the chat. More rounds there. That's definitely one you want to go to right there. I can't grab that one. And we got a stem pack, of course, up here. Get some water. Again, you can run through it very quickly, and actually there's a run button too, where you can run from place to place. And I'm going to go ahead and try this again, but this time I'm going to go ahead and save, so we don't have to do all that again. There we go, and we'll go ahead and use the terminal. And we're going to go ahead and go down to open the evacuation tunnel. All right. And there we go. We've got the door open now. And we've got our weapon. You can see we've got HP. We've got 12 bullets. We've got 106 bullets left over. And now we're going to have some fun with VATS. Now, if I have a pistol, I can run up, hold down VATS, and notice how I can just move the gun to the actual spot where I want to hit. Like, let's go ahead and try to hit him in the head. Boom! That's a headshot. Look at the bullet casing. Look at the bullet casing going. And you can just sit here in VATS if you want. Now, notice your action points. Your action points go very, very quickly. I love to just watch it in slow motion. There's something really cool about that. Now, I can try to get VATS from over here. I can get a 95. There we go. And then this one in the head. This one here, let's go for a body shot. Now, it takes a little bit of finesse to find where that particular spot is. Sometimes it, especially where you're aiming. You can also bring it up to your face and try to aim it like this. And try to get a bonus. If you try to pull it up to your eye, it does give you a bonus. Now, I find it a little awkward sometimes. See how I can't get the body? I'm trying to aim toward the body. If I aim up, if I aim to the side, if I go down low, I turn it sideways, do a little sideways firing. I don't know what it is that makes it so I can't get it. But here's another thing you can do. You can actually hold down the trigger and move closer and then go into VATS again. And just like point blank shoot it. I mean, that is super cool. That is super cool. The VATS really feels well. It really feels like they did a good job on VATS in this playthrough. Again, you want to use the top button, the kind of menu button, when you're playing through to go into VATS. That took me a while to figure that one out as well. And again, we can go into the menu like this, and we can go ahead and take all by pressing up. Or we can just go ahead and press middle like this. What do you guys think of that? Put a 1 in the chat if you like that. I thought that is a pretty cool way to do scat. The smaller one was running so much smoother. There's something really satisfying about it. I love the bullet casing when it goes flying. I think that's awesome. Kiz is double the fun. There you go. Double the fun. Double the fun. Yep. So you guys can still see what I'm seeing. Oh, you guys can see that window down below there. Hold on a second. Let me see if I can get rid of that too. There we go. There we go. Okay. Get rid of that little bar at the bottom there. Again, I have several programs running. One is running that is doing the complete background. One is doing an overlay over here so I can see you guys. Oh, well, actually, I put my gun there. I can see you guys' chat a little bit better. I'm looking through there. It darkens my chat. And then over here, I can see my alerts. Like it looks like Keyblade Knight hosted my channel. Thank you so much for the host. That's Mr. Nanu, of course. That 6-month sub love. Appreciate that as well. Also, if I hold down the button, I can get out of there. It goes nice and dark, and I can see what's going on. So I can see you in chat, everybody. So thanks for hanging out here in the stream. This, of course, the best VR channel around. Man, I've worked very hard to make it amazing. I'm still in VATS there. Let me get out of VATS. and run down here. Now, how's my HP? And then notice now I've got my action points once I get to this stage. And let's go ahead. Open the sliding door. Oh. And press the right button, Kismet. There we go. And again, look both ways. Now, again, I can just turn my head instead of actually turning the control. So you use a kind of a combination of both. It's going to feel very awkward at first, everybody. It really is. And then you go into VATS. Murderized. Just like that. Get out of VATS, and then you can go ahead and loot. And then, of course, I can look around, see what's going on around here. This guy.
Is this all that's left?
Nope. Another vault suit over here. Let's grab that. And again, if we can't... Oh, hold on. You guys hear that? Oh, look at that. See a rad roach coming at us? Boom! Point blank! Very dead. There we go. So the VATS feels really good in here. They did a really good job on the VATS. I really commend Vive because, you know, I wasn't sure whether this would be worth it, whether I would like to play through in VR, especially since I have vertigo. But it doesn't really affect my vertigo at all. It really doesn't. Because I have these vignettes that come up on the side, really makes it comfortable for me. I'm not dizzy at all. I mean, I'm a little dizzy because that's the way I always am. But I'm not. It's not making me more dizzy, which astounds me. That I'm not getting really, really dizzy or very, very fatigued from playing. But then again, I spent a lot of time working on the fact that I can sit down and play. Look at the vault door. Now look at how three-dimensional that sucker is. Hold on. Let's turn around here. Look how three-dimensional that sucker is. That is awesome. Awesome. All right, let's look around, see if we can find anything hiding around the sides. Nothing down here. Let's look over this way. Now we can actually go up on that edge. Let's go see if there's anything else down here. I like to go in every little nook and cranny and see what it's hiding back in the corners. Sometimes there's stuff. I can't remember if there's stuff down here or not. I know in certain places there's stuff in the back. Let's jump. Anything back there? Nope. It's really cool to go and look, too. It's really cool. Again, this cord keeps getting to the point where it's pulling behind me. I'm going to go ahead and try to throw it up over the seat here a little bit. There we go. There we go. And up we go. And that's it, everybody. Now, off in the distance, see way out over there? Sometimes there's like this weird vignetting way off there in the distance. I think it's a draw distance issue. But I just ignore it. I just ignore it. I'm sure they'll fix it at some point. There goes my cord again. I can feel it. All right, everybody. Let's go ahead and get the Pip-Boy. Let's do it. Now, we got the Pip-Boy. Oh, my whole seat thing came down. I can feel it. Bad seat thing. Stop that. Here we got our Pip-Boy now. What we do is we take the controller, and if we have it turned this way, it's just we can see the Pip-Boy. If we want to look at the Pip-Boy, we turn it, and it becomes a giant Pip-Boy. Is that awesome or what, everybody? That is super cool. Now, I can use the controller over here, which you can see the circle represents the pad. Now, it's going to allow me to switch between the various things. And if I click it, it actually goes from item to item to item, as you can see. We can look at the map. We can move around the map. That kind of cool stuff. As well as we could look at the radio if we want. And so forth. Now, this would get old after a while, I would think. Of course, I haven't done it long enough for it to get old, but I think that would get old. I was looking at some other things that you can do with the Pip-Boy. Let's take a look at those real quick in the settings menu. With the Pip-Boy, you can actually have it come up multiple ways, right? You can have it where you turn your arm and then it comes up, right? We turn the controller to the side like this. And then I also, we're testing out the other options right here. And of course, you can click this with the trigger. It's going to say in front. Now, in front means that when you pull up the Pip-Boy, we'll back out of there. Now, notice on the Pip-Boy controller now, you click on the middle part, and then it just pulls up the Pip-Boy in front of you like that. It's like a gigantic floating Pip-Boy, which I think is also very cool. So you can also navigate between there, which I find is much easier to navigate that way. Very cool as well. Now, there's actually a way that I even prefer over that giant Pip-Boy popping up there is what they call a little mini menu. So let's go ahead and take a look at that mini menu. There we go. Projected. Projected. And then we'll back up and save that. We'll back up a little bit here. There we go. And then again, we'll click the middle button. It'll bring up the Pip-Boy, and it's this projected menu. It'll do this also when you're in your power armor. It'll have this really cool projected menu. Now, I really like the projected menu. I think that's pretty cool. Just so you also know, when you're in your Pip-Boy in VR, it does not stop the playthrough. That means if stuff is attacking you while you're in your Pip-Boy, you're going to get killed. So be aware of that. Who was that? Panty Sausage. That's an interesting name. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. You guys are this direction. You're right out there. Right out there. All right. Look at that vault door. That is too cool. So that's the multiple ways of doing it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and set it back to the default so we can fool around with that for a while until I get tired of that, and then I'll probably switch it to that menu you saw right there. But let's go back and switch it to the wrist mode. There we go. And this way you guys can see the Pip-Boy whenever I do that. There we go. And then you can see around the back of the Pip-Boy. You can inspect it. And again, whenever I turn it in such a way, I can look at it on my arm and it zooms it in. I have it so it zooms it very large because hard for me to see tiny text. But you can adjust the scaling of your Pip-Boy, how big you want it to be. All right, let's go ahead and open the vault door. This is what everybody's waiting for. I'm waiting for this too. Let's watch the vault door open.
Vault door cycling sequence initiated. Please stand back.
This is so awesome. It really does feel three-dimensional when you're wearing these goggles. And it's perfectly sharp. It's in focus. The headset is not uncomfortable. It's, you know, if you got it resting on your head up here, it works just fine. You really do got to adjust it though. You got to spend time tinkering with it. All right, there we go. We're out of the vault. Let's look around. Let's look at the ceiling. Got a red light spinning up there at the top. You've got a clear things there. Let's go ahead and turn around here. We can even just jump over using the left controller. Does the jump. Let's head out of the vault, everybody. There we go. I love the fact that you can just look up. See the sparks coming down. Look at the sparks coming down from that chain. That's just too cool. So you can see all of that extra stuff. You can see water dripping down from up there. You can see all sorts of cool stuff that you usually is pretty tough to see. So now here's your chance to change your character, and I'll be like, nah, I'm good. Let's go. Again, it does that weird stuff off the side of it.
And thank you for choosing Vault Tech.
All right, and you go into these kind of black loading screens also, so just be aware of that. Here we are coming up.
Oh, God.
What? Oh, we got some more sub-love coming on up in here. Shadow coming in with the sub-love. Thank you so much, Shadow Cat. Appreciate that sub-love. 6 months. Look at your baby dragon has grown up. Big dragon now. Kids, how's VR? With your vertigo, I get very motion sick. Hey, everyone, I've got the trick for you. The trick is do what I'm doing. Set it up where you're seated. You're not standing. You're not moving your head a lot. You're sitting very still. You're just moving your head a little bit from side to side, which helps me with my vertigo. And also in the menu, let me go ahead and bring that up. In the menu, leave the vignetting on, but just turn it way down. I find that when it's way up, it causes this kind of big black edges to kind of move, and I think that actually is worse for me. So what I did is I keep comfort vignette on, but as you can see, there's like a little slider here. going to let me do it. There we go. There's a slider here where you can slide it up and down. I have it turned all the way down. All the way down, but it does create a kind of a smoother transition when you're moving. It helps me a lot. My vertigo is not bothering me at all, which is stunning to me. Which I was a little nervous. I was like, well, I might have to return this because, I don't know, my vertigo may mess me up. But I'm using the controller, the left controller and the right controller to move. I'm not physically moving. If I was physically standing and moving in real life, I would be falling down. Now look at this cool menu, right? When you aim at stuff, you can see the menu of what's in it. We're going to go around, of course, loot all this sweet loot. We got some dead people here. Throw grenades. Hold and release the right while holding it. I'm not sure how to throw grenades. I haven't tried that yet. We'll have to give that a try at some point. I'm sure it's going to end horribly. And there we go. We'll go ahead and search this. Rad X plastic knife. Now we can also use this one too, by the way. If I stop touching it. You can use your right one too. You pick up stuff like this. Try to aim it. I think it's a little bit more awkward because it's also you're moving at the same time. You're trying to aim it at the thing, right? See, that's kind of a little awkward. That's why I like to use the gun, because the gun aims right at it. It's much easier. So we got some stem packs and Rad-X there. We can call the door back up again for some reason. If we go down, there's folders and stuff in there. Again, it doesn't bother me at all. I mean, but I have worked on it, though. I've worked on it for about 4 or 5 days here, working on my setup, working on making sure that it doesn't make me dizzy, that it doesn't make it difficult for me to play. I've also increased the graphics about 50-fold. As you can see, the graphics look phenomenal. They are in super high quality. Of course, I'm playing in max settings. And also, I've readjusted all of my stuff. Now, it does add a little bit of lagginess to it, but it does look incredibly pristine. I have a feeling they're going to come out with some more updates to reduce a little bit of that lagginess because when I first turned it on, literally all you could see was just the middle part, and then everything else, hit my microphone, everything else was nothing but blurry, and it looked terrible. It looked absolutely terrible, and I was like, I can't believe that they would release a game like this, and then everybody else was thinking the same thing. You have to really optimize it for your particular system and what you're doing. Pink Ranger. And what you're doing. Every time I see one of those, I think Pink Ranger. And again, notice I can grab the cram there without actually having to turn down there. Now, you do a lot of this kind of moving forward because I accidentally touched this kind of left pad. So just get used to it. There we go. Some bottle caps. We got some ashtrays here. We got nothing in the desk because we can see it's empty. More 10 millimeters. We got 130 right now, which you would think would be a lot, but it's really not. It's really not. And there we go. All right, so we're out of the vault. Good time to save right here. So again, we'll go ahead and pull up our menu. We'll go ahead and save new save. Now, I like to create different saves, so if I want to come back, I can come back at certain points. I really like that. Let me catch up on the chat here. Now she's going to mention her surgery. Teeth surgery, that's right. I'm sorry to hear that, Raz, but hopefully you're feeling much better. I saw that on Discord that you had mentioned that. Again, I can put my gun over here so I can see you guys' chat a little bit better. This is not spec friendly. Feels sick after 3 minutes. Goodbye. All right, see you, King Volcano. Take it easy, bro. Doesn't make me ill, but sorry to see that you don't like it. Take it easy, brother. Take it easy, brother. If somebody like me with vertigo can handle it, I don't know what's wrong with that guy. I guess he's got a very weak constitution. If I can do it, I mean, anybody can play this game. If I can play it, oh my gosh. Again, somebody with chronic vertigo can play this game and play it well and feel like I'm enjoying it. I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely recommend the Vive. It's really comfortable. It just sits on your head. It floats there if you've got the straps adjusted correctly. I'm going to go along here and grab some of this blood leaf. Look at the water, by the way. Look at the water. Look at how beautiful it is. It's just, it looks so fantastic. And you know what's funny about this particular thing is that I find that the guns shoot better. The actual accuracy of your gun is a little bit better, including the chain gun, because I did go all the way to Concord and test out the chain gun. to see if it still sucks. And it's actually much better than it was. It actually works a bit better than it did before. Again, we can run along here and we can explore all that stuff, but you know I'm going to go right up here to Sanctuary. We got somebody going. I'm going to hold on to the left side here, and I can run up into here. Again, if you notice, I try to keep my head steady. I don't try to spin my head around too much. I just try to turn using the right controller. And if I do get dizzy, I just slow down. Just walk. Works good. Let's talk to Cogsworth.
As I live and breathe. Oh, it's really you.
Now notice how I bumped the text over here so you guys can see it.
Codsworth? You're still here. So other people could still be alive too.
Well, of course I'm still here. Surely you don't think a little radiation could deter the pride of General Atomics International? But you seem the worse for wear. Best not let the wife see you in that state. Where is the missus, by the way?
In a better place.
She's in a better place.
Sir, these things you're saying, these terrible things, I believe you need a distraction. Yes, a distraction to calm this dire mood. It's been ages since we've had a proper family activity. Checkers, or perhaps charades. Sean does so love that game. Is the lad with you?
Bad news, bro. He's been kidnapped.
Sean's been kidnapped. But I'm going to find him. I'm going to get my son back.
It's worse than I thought. You're suffering from hunger-induced paranoia. Not eating properly for 200 years will do that, I'm afraid.
Doesn't matter how long it's been. I feel fine.
A bit over 210, actually, sir. Or give or take a little, for the Earth's rotation and some minor dings to the old chronometer. That means you're 2 centuries late for dinner. Perhaps I can whip you up a snack? You must be famished.
Let's do the speech check. At times, people withhold information or caps. You can attempt to persuade them into sharing both. Let's do it.
Codsworth, you're acting a little bit weird. What's wrong?
Oh, sir, it's been just horrible. 2 centuries with no one to talk to, no one to serve. I spent the first 10 years trying to keep the floors waxed.
That's what I told you to do.
Nothing gets out nuclear fallout from vinyl wood. Nothing. And don't get me started about the futility of dusting a collapsed house. And the car. How do you polish rust?
Stay with me, bro.
Stay with me, pal. Focus.
I'm afraid I don't know anything, sir. The bombs came and all of you left in such a hurry. I thought for certain you and your family were dead. I did find this holotape.
Look how you can see the holotape.
I believe the missus was going to present
I didn't even notice he had it in his hand before.
Surprise.
And I played through 5 times, never noticed that.
Everything happened.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, Codsworth.
You're welcome. Now, enough feeling sorry for myself. Shall we search the neighborhood together? The missus and young Sean may turn up yet.
Yes.
All right. Lead the way.
Proud to serve, sir.
All right, let's do this, everybody. Again, I try to look straight when I'm looking at the content so you guys can see that. Uh-oh. Trouble brewing. That is just so satisfying. I can't tell you how incredibly satisfying that is. Look at everything flying everywhere. Let's just stay in bats mode. Isn't that wild? Look out. Cogs are getting...
Yeah, but a few flies. Wait. My senses are picking up movement in another house. Follow me!
Hold on, I gotta get all the loot first, bro. Alright, let's follow him. Let's do it. Ah. I like it with a VR mask on with your face itches. Let's go!
What's all this then?
Now you hit the trigger button, the button to reload. Notice I reloaded. The button that's underneath the controller, they call the squeeze button.
I should be picking up this time.
Exterminated. Oh. Turn around and talk to Cogsworth.
Codsworth.
Sir, the missus and young Sean, they aren't here.
Thanks for trying, Codsworth.
You can't give up, sir. What about the city? Concord is nearby, and, well, the people there have only shot at me a few times.
Thanks for your help, Codsworth.
Good luck, sir. You'll find young Sean. I know you will. I shall remain here and secure the home front.
Sounds like a plan. All right, so here we are at the amazing sanctuary. Look at this. This is awesome. You can look all over the place. Let's see. Pounces and Hugser, says Chen Chen. What's up, Chen Chen? Sorry, kids. Too much motion for me. Good night, everybody. See you, Shadow Cat. Later, brah. Rubber ducky, you're the one. Rubber ducky, dee dee dee. Well, when you're playing Fallout, you do a lot of motion anyway. I try to, again, try to keep my head forward. I try not to turn too much. And I use the kind of turning thing to do it. Now, this is pretty wild here. You adjust a bobby pin by swiping left to right on the left controller. And then, of course, rotate the screwdriver with the right controller by the trigger. So we're going to go ahead and give that a try. Let's see how that works out. So again, left to right here. And then a little bit of trigger action. Get the feeling of where it's at.
Sweet.
Bam. There we go. So we got a pipe pistol, some various other stuff there. Very nice. Let me go ahead and get out of there. And there we go. So again, not too bad. Whoop, wrong button. Wrong button. Reload. Not too bad, but the turning, I think, is probably the most awkward thing. You can do the jumping, too. If you don't like doing this, you can actually just jump from place to place to place. And it is pretty awesome. It is pretty awesome. Now, we got stuff underneath here that we might want to get, right? There we go. Let's try to get in position here. We can grab that. We can crouch down. And then we can try to get those cigarettes underneath there. Like that. There we go. Then we can stand back up again. Now, we'll come back and we'll loot all this here in just a second. We're going to actually take all this stuff down. And as you can see, we can just go ahead and run out here.
We have a huge host from iLuvatar with 99 viewers.
Luvatar coming in with the 99 peeps. Welcome, Luvatar. Thanks for coming in, hanging out here in the stream. Appreciate the love. I'm going to turn around a little bit here so I can see the chat in the darkness of the edge. 402 Raid coming in, showing the love. Welcome, welcome, Luvatar. Welcome to my virtual world here. It is phenomenal. It is amazing. It looks fantastic. Here in VR. It is a lot of fun. Now, I've also have, you guys can't see it, but over here to my right is actually my chat and also all of my alerts and whatnot when people follow my channel. And I can see you guys coming in with a raid, nuking the stream, Magic Wolf Letty saying raid in the chat. Who else do we got? We got Dahlia 88 fan. Dahlia 88 fan. Yep, there we go. Coming in with a 402 raid. Raz throwing the love. I was playing Fallout 4 for the first time tonight, said Luvatar. Yeah, Fallout 4 is incredibly fun. I'm over 2,000 hours in Fallout 4. As you can see, I am playing Fallout 4 VR. And once you have it tuned, now I'm going to warn you, in the very beginning, when you first try to get it working, when it first came out, this first week, it has had lots of visual problems, a lot of graphic problems. Everything's blurry and that kind of stuff. It depends on your system setup. But if you go in and you fool around with it like I did, I spent a lot of time going in, setting up my drivers properly, setting up all my graphics. I had to go in and adjust my INI file for Fallout VR. But now the graphics look phenomenal, as you can see. And I can kind of move around a bit, and I can actually turn my head and look in different directions. I can look down, I can look to the left, I can look straight up, see what's going on up there. It is a really cool way to play Fallout 4. I think it's the way to play it now. Now, you guys are not getting the full experience because you guys cannot see that I can see the indentation right here in the wall, and it looks totally three-dimensional to me. And I can see there's like a little area behind here, right down in there, that looks like there's a gap between this. I can see it very much in 3D. It looks phenomenal. Phenomenal once you get it going. Now, of course, I have a very robust machine. I have a 1080, an NVIDIA 1080, which allows me to turn the graphics way up and, of course, do a lot of really cool stuff in here. So, yeah. Now, yeah, this is VR, so it can cause some motion sickness and that kind of stuff. Now, so for somebody who has chronic vertigo like me and you're having motion sickness, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a different experience when you're watching it in 2 dimensions than when you're actually there in 3 dimensions. It is pretty phenomenal. It doesn't bother me at all in my vertigo, but again, I am seeing it in 3 dimensions. And also, I have this vignette that comes up on the side of the glasses when I move, so it doesn't cause this kind of edge movement that can affect your if you get motion sickness very easily. Oh, and there's some tape there. We've got a battery under there that we can grab. Get this out of the way. There we go. Grab that battery, and then we're going to go down in here. Now, you should all be familiar, of course, with this little house here, which, of course, is like your starter spot. Now, not a lot of people know that actually before you even go to Concord, you can actually grab the workbench. And here we are in the workbench. It's going to tell us a bit about we're going to use the left trigger while in the workshop mode to teleport. Move between options by swiping left, and then, of course, left to the other way, and then, of course, click left up to move up in the building things. We're going to go ahead and try that out right now. So here on this side, we can go ahead and go to the workbench, and we can get into the workbench by simply going to the workbench itself. Now, I can't move like this. I've got to do this stuff. See this thing? Now, you can move around this way, too, if you want. So you can just move around the whole entire thing without having to do the whole running thing. See? That will help you if you have vision issues. Now, I think it feels a little disingenuous. I think it's... Oh, good job! Hey, someone scared the heck out of me. Who is that? 415 Creed coming in with 1,000 bits. Holy mackerel, that scared the heck out of me. Funkenstein, also with a follow. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing that follow button, becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate everybody hanging out here in the stream. Thank you, X-Creed, for that massive amount of holiday cheer there. Thank you so much. This still works. It sure does. Scared the heck out of me. Oh, my gosh. I practically jumped out of my VR world. I practically jumped out of my VR world there. And thanks for all the love, everybody. Chewie getting the totally wicked response there. Now, again, I try not to move my head around too much because it helps me a lot. Now, again, when you're in the workshop mode, you can move like this. Again, yeah, for some people, this is much easier. Now, I also found that, by the way, you can aim it behind you to back up. So you take your control and you turn it around. And I'm aiming it down kind of below my chair to back up. This way you don't have to turn around, which works really good. Now, I'm not a big fan of that kind of movement. I think it feels weird. So if you want to get out of it, by the way, you can just go ahead and click that top menu and then move like this, which does seem to help me a lot. Now, if you want to get back in there, you hold down the trigger button and then the top button, the menu button. So this trigger button right there, and then the menu button, which you can't see now, which is up at the top there. You hold down that mount button, and look at what we can see now. Look at this. We can see the normal workbench stuff, and we can spin around. This is the coolest interface item I have ever seen. That is so epically awesome. That is cool, everybody. I don't care who you are. That is genius. Genius design there. Now, again, we can go through and we can choose what we want to do, right? Like, say we want to go ahead and put down some food. We can go to our food section, then we can click up, and then we can choose, say, water, and then, of course, we can put down a water pump if we want. And again, if we want to move, it gets a bit awkward, but we hold down the trigger button on the left-hand side, and we can move over here. We can move to different places as we go. Now, let me know if that helps you guys in the chat. Is that easier for you guys in the chat? If that's easier, then that's what I suggest you do, is to utilize that, that kind of the jump trigger, jump movement as opposed to the walking movement. I feel it feels kind of, it kind of ruins the experience of Fallout, personally. All right, now also I can press the middle button here, and you can see I can see the stats, so I can see how many people I have, how many beds, all that stuff that you know I think about. Look at the size of Sanctuary, though. Look at it, the size of Sanctuary, it's almost full. It's almost full right now. We haven't even done anything yet. All right, let's go ahead and do this. So we're going to go ahead and trigger this. We're going to trigger to back up. So I can't even see where I'm aiming. I'm just aiming behind me to back up. There we go. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do this, and then we're going to go ahead and press to the right and left, and then down. Down's going to go back. Can only be placed in dirt. Oh, we got some dirt right here. Huh. Oh, I don't have enough resources. More resources required on the right side. See, this is more resources required. I don't have enough resources. All right. I knew there was something weird going on there. All right. So we need some more resources. Now, I'm going to show you an excellent way. Now, again, if I need to go back in there, I can go back into the workbench at any point. Now, this side over here, I'm only going to use to move around. All right, so I'm going to jump over here. Now, watch as Kismet has an amazing moment. You ready? Oh, that's VR, yes. What should he be standing? Should he be standing for this as the Nimble Ninja? I can stand, but I have it set up to where I don't have to stand because I have vertigo and I have sleep apnea, which really affects my ability to do this type of stuff. I have found, because am I going to play 500 hours of Fallout 4 VR standing up? You think I'm really going to do that? No, I'm not. Because it would make it even more difficult for me to play in VR for that. Look at this, everybody. Look at this as I can aim my way at any object with this kind of laser pointer, and I can scrap whatever I want. Watch this. As I go ahead and I click to the left, and then it gives me the option, do I want to scrap? By the way, if I bump my head, notice it'll bump the thing. And then I can go ahead and scrap. So I can just literally stand here, and I can pick stuff up if I want. I can go ahead and click on it, like so. And pick it up and mess around with it if I want. See how I've moved it around? Like that. Or, again, I can pick it up. I can go like that. I can rotate it. I'm rotating it with my finger right here on this pad. So I can rotate it around and maybe make it like that using the trigger button underneath, the trigger button to rotate it as well. Gotta wire my headset out of my way at some point. But as you can see here, then I can go ahead and scrap, and then I pull the trigger to get rid of it, and then watch as I scrap everything, everybody. Watch, I can scrap that house over there. I can scrap this with very minimal amount of movement. You little... Gonna get you. Gonna get you. There we go. I think there's something really cool about that. How you can just rotate and aim at stuff and then scrap it. So let's go ahead and move forward again. And again, I'm going to do some of the just jumping, the jump stuff instead of the movement. And again, you can turn that jump thing on by default. You don't have to move like I'm moving where you're actually running. I like the running. I feel it just feels weird when you're jumping from place to place to place. Wish I had the mod so I can move all these bushes. Get rid of them bushes. But again, we're going to go ahead and just use the trigger on the left side to jump from place to place. Now again, on this box here, we're going to go ahead and scrap that. And it says you want to scrap it. Boom. Now if you scrap something just like in game, again, watch how I can do it from way over here. There's something super cool about that I really, really like. I I can scrap from really far away. This is like a Kismet dream here. Again, oh, there it is right there. Contents transferred to the workbench. So if there is something in there that you didn't loot, it will transfer that to the workbench. And again, let's go ahead and move over here. Let's aim at this. And again, we can just move from place to place just by jumping. Let's actually move right here. See if we can get rid of the door. Nope. We can stand just inside the door like that. Which would you guys prefer? Would you prefer the jumping way or the walking way? How would you play? How would you play? Let me know. Let me know in the chat. All right. I find the jumping way awkward, personally. Personally find it awkward, but I guess you could get used to it. Again, I'm scrapping everything here, everybody, and then getting... I mean, this is VR is the most phenomenal way to scrap stuff, I tell you. It is awesome way of doing that. Because you can just simply turn your head and zap everything just like that, or you can turn with your remote. Like that, you can get the paintings on the wall. Pretty awesome. Prefer walking? Yeah, I prefer walking too. And I apologize if you have trouble with motion sickness and stuff. Just be aware that VR does cause some people to be motion sick. I don't have a problem, but again, I'm in the virtual world as opposed to watching it in a two-dimensional way, which you guys are. So let's go ahead and get this. Oh, can't see it. Let's move over a little bit. By the way, I did find something funny, which I'll show you guys here in a second. What the heck? I can't get it. Oh, let me get it. Here's something funny. You can actually get up on the counter. That's funny. I don't know. I think it's funny anyway. I think it's funny. You can actually get up on the table. Now I'm up on the table. Isn't that wild? You can actually get up on the table while you're in game, which I think is pretty funny. Now, it won't let me get that thing. It wouldn't let me get that before. Not sure why it won't let me get it now. Let's go right here. Maybe I'm just not standing. Huh. Oh, there it was. Should let me pick it up. Oh, I got to get out of workshop mode. Duh. Okay, so I hold down the menu button on the left-hand side. Get me out of workshop mode.
Yes.
There we go, everybody. You've collected an issue of Gronic the Barbarian. Critical hits with unarmed and melee attacks permanently do 5% more damage. Now, I find, by the way, look at these, how the comic books do this weird thing. I find that some of these comic books and notes, they don't show up. So if you don't see some of the notes, everybody, hopefully they'll fix that at some point. Because some of the notes, oh, wrong button. Some of the notes you can't actually read. At least I've seen some of them you can't read. So let's go ahead and open the fridge. Get that bottle. Like so. That bottle, we can take this stuff. Or we can just go again back into workshop mode, and then we can just start scrapping stuff. Let me turn back this way so that I'm aiming in the right direction towards you guys. There we go. Store small sports pan. No. I want to scrap. There we go. See, isn't that cool how you can just aim down there? No, that's because I'm trying to turn at the same time. There we go. That you can just aim at stuff and then it scraps it. I think that's pretty cool myself. It's a little awkward sometimes because you got to hit it sometimes a little off like that. There we go. And some of the stuff you can't loot. Can't scrap. But some of it you can. And again, you want to go behind you. I can just aim behind me with the trigger. With this left hand. T-cuttle down there. Now I can't loot this. I can't loot that over there. I can loot this. I can loot that. I mean, that is an awesome way of doing scrapping. I think it's really a phenomenal way of doing that. Let's go ahead and jump up here. We get this. Yep, we get that. Again, just going to be doing some jump looting here. Turn a little bit. We'll get rid of the thing. Notice it transferred stuff into the workbench. Can't get rid of this over here. Walking. Hey, Green Relief, what's up, man? Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Any giveaways yet? Not yet. We're going to be doing that. I should put a clock in here. That's what I should have done. Put a clock. What time it is. Let me go ahead and take my headset off for just a second. Let's take a look and see what time it is. We got some time. No giveaways yet, but don't worry. I'll be doing some giveaways in a bit. Of course, they call me Kiz Kringle because we're going to be doing some giveaways all month long, all the way up until Christmas Eve. I'm going to be doing a bunch more, of course, streaming and doing all sorts of fun stuff here on stream. Let's get that sucker over there. Now, here's something cool. See how there's a room over there in that next room? I'll show you a little shortcut. Watch this. You can try to maneuver yourself into the next room. And if it doesn't work, you can just try to get... Oh, there it goes. So you can actually jump into the next room, which I think is kind of funny. But such is the way it goes. Such is the way it goes. There we go. We'll get rid of that. We'll turn back here. What do we got right here? Now, we don't want to grab that. Of course, we want to get out of the workbench. Hold down the menu there. Come on. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and take that. Now it's going to say, which attribute do we want to do? Now, if you notice, it doesn't have charisma. The reason why it doesn't have charisma is because I already have 10 charisma. So what is the thing that I want to put this in first that I'm going to need later? Now, probably the smarter thing to do, of course, is look at your perk thing first. But I already know where I want it to go. I want it to go into intelligence. So we're going to go ahead and put it into there. Because I already pretty much know what I'm going to be doing with most of my perks already. And again, let's go ahead and keep on scrapping, everybody. Turn this way a little bit. And it does take some practice, by the way. It takes a lot of practice to get this to work. Because you see how it's not exactly on the thing sometimes? It does take a bit of practice to get yourself kind of lined up to being able to do all of this stuff. And there we go. And we'll go to the hall. And then we'll go here. We'll turn this way. There we go. Now again, when we're in workshop mode, we have to use this kind of jumping thing. But the cool thing is you don't have to really go too many places. You can just stand right here and literally clear everything. There we go. It's like a burnt picture frame there. And you can really look around and make sure you didn't miss any loot or anything as you're going along as well, which I think is pretty cool. Stop clicking that. Stop it. There we go. And we'll go back out here to the hallway. And let's go check the bathroom. Again, check for them stem packs. Now, we're going to go ahead and scrap whatever's in there. And, of course, it's going to transfer that stuff into the workbench. Anything else we can scrap in here? Doesn't look like it. Nope. Doing good. You're late, says Shadow Gaming. Ah, you're doing okay, man. You're doing okay. No worries. We're having some fun. Kismet has been streaming for 2 hours and 11 minutes. That's right, 2 hours and 11 minutes. Where do you typically find gears at? Oh, great question, Aluvatar. There are vendors who do gears and sell entire shipments of gears. But there's a lot of places around the Wasteland to find them. I would say Corvega is a really great place to find a ton of gears, especially early on in game. There are a lot of places. Personally, I like to buy them from the vendor eventually, buy them in shipments, of course. And there we go, everybody. We looted this entire house. We're good. We're going to go ahead and head out the door. And look, as sunset comes in on our very first day here. Good time to get out of there, bring up the menu, and do a nice save. There we go. All right, now we're not going to go through and loot the entire sanctuary right now. We're going to go ahead and continue the storyline. So we're going to kind of move our way down the way here. We'll come back, of course, and build and scrap all this later. Now, again, notice my action points going down because I'm running. Your action points, for some reason, seem to go way faster in this VR version than another. Because I'm basically, if you can see this little round circle, you can see where my finger is at. If I hold down, it runs. If I just put my finger on it, because it's like a touchpad, then it just moves, which is totally different. Then if I'm just moving, you see my action points are going back up again. Let's go ahead and reload our weapon. while we're at it, using the kind of side button, the squeeze button. Going across the bridge here. Look at this as we can look down under the bridge. Isn't that awesome? It's really awesome. And I wish I could convey to you guys, if you've never done VR, never used the Vive before, or any other VR, it really does look three-dimensional. It really does put you in the story tremendously. And it's really high quality. It looks great. I don't know how any better to give it some love. Now, if it sucked, of course, I would tell you, because that's just the way I am. If it sucked, actually, I would have sent it back. But it is very nice. It is very nice, and I like the fact that you can play it while seated if you set it up just right. Now, I will do a video about it. Uh-oh. Look at this, what we find here, everybody. Whoa! Way over the side of the thing there. There we go. Again, remember we can pick stuff up, take it with us, throw it down. That's cool. I haven't figured out how to throw it like you can in the normal version of Fallout. You can actually pick up that tire and you can throw it, or you can carry it over to your settlement if you want, and then of course use it for resources. So I'm holding down the left mouse button, and then I'm kind of carrying it over here.
That was totally wicked!
Totally wicked! Chewy. Using that totally wicked. Here comes my buddy! What's up, doggy?
Hey, boy. What are you doing out here all by yourself?
There's my buddy, dog mate. How you doing, buddy? You got an owner?
You lose your owner, buddy?
You did.
Okay, then. Let's stick together.
Yeah, puppy.
Hey.
All right. So I can tell dog meat where to go. I can command him. I can tell him to stay. I can tell him to go over there. I can tell him to say, go way over this way. And I can command him around. Now, if I want to not command him, I left click or I click inside, so that so I don't have that problem. Oh, what'd you find, buddy? What'd you find? Oh, you found some stem packs. What a good puppy. Let's see what we got in here. More stem packs. There we go. Like it. What else did you find? Find something else? Roaming around here, maybe? Let's go look around and see what happens, everybody. Uh-oh. La 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 la. Turn that off. Don't want to get strike. Sorry, no more make trains. Oh, there you go. Aw, total bummer. Yeah, no Kismet Love Train tonight. Sorry, everybody. No more make it rain. Oh, wait, what was that noise? Hear that? Mole rats! Da, 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 da. Get them, puppy! Bats time! Now, if you get turned around, best thing to do is run away and turn around. So you can run, you can back away as well. Now, sometimes I find I get caught on stuff when I'm backing up. I get caught on dog meat, or dog meat's in front of me, blocking me. You saw that kind of little pause there. That was from getting stuck on something behind me. So watch out for that. And I did take a little bit of damage, as you can see. Now, if I need a stem pack, I can hold down the center wheel here and then just go straight to stem pack. And you can see as it heals me up there as well. And there's nothing on that mole rat. Go over here and get this mole rat meat. And see if there's any other mole rats that we didn't get. And again, I do love to run around and explore and get into trouble. Now, there's something else here at this particular location that usually we bypass. I don't know why I always do, why I bypass for so long this particular thing, but we're going to go ahead and do it right away here. And again, we'll go ahead and pull up the menu. We'll go ahead and save. Now, there is some combination of keys that allow you to quick save, but I forget. Oh, look at the moon. Look at the moon and the Concord thing up there. What's up, buddy? Find some stuff in there. Oh, look, Nuka-Cola. Get that Nuka-Cola. Empty milk bottles. So let's go check this place out over here. There's actually a little tunnel right over here. that we can go down and check out. There's stuff down here. Grab that gas container. And down here as well. And again, there's certain things that we can pick up and carry back up to our settlement if we want. There's some glowing fungus. Got an extinguisher. Whole bunch of stuff on the ground. More brain fungus there. Again, I love the fact that you can just go around and just look, right? Instead of rotating the camera, you just rotate your head and you can look at all this stuff. Now again, I've been playing for a couple hours. I don't feel really that dizzy. I don't feel, I mean, my normal dizziness, but I don't feel really that bad. I mean, it's not affecting me. But again, I'm in the 3D world and I can see it in 3D, which gives me an advantage as opposed to you guys watching 3D in a two-dimensional way by watching it here on the stream. So I wish everybody had them. Then you guys could see how amazing this looks. It totally looks three-dimensional. It really does. It looks fantastic. Now again, I've upgraded my textures. I've upgraded all of my stuff so it doesn't look fuzzy. That it looks really high. Look at the smoke and fog in here. It's so cool. Now, when you're harvesting brain fungus, remember, or brain harvest, or whatever this is, brain fungus, yeah. Remember that sometimes you can harvest multiple from the same one. So we're going to go check out what's going on down here in this cave. Now, of course, if you're smart, especially if you're in survival mode, you get your puppy, and you tell him to go over there. Right, now he's going to take some run of some of the stuff. Oh, we just owned that guy. Look at the bullet casings. Look at him flying. Let's just watch it in slow motion. That bullet casing hit the ground. You can hear it hitting the ground. Watch that one hit the ground. I could totally hear the bullet casings hitting the ground. It's pretty awesome. Spoilers! Exactly. No spoilers. Puppy dog pounces and hugs it. Ah, there you go. There you go. Kismet, you could try to put your headset over the webcam, but yeah, let's not. I'm super sorry, Kiz. Everyone's going to have to... super sorry, Kiz. Everyone going to have to go into lurker mode. Ah, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Chen. Take it easy. Lord Vapor, also with the follow. Thank you so much for dropping the Dragon Hammer, crushing the follow button, and becoming part of the Kismet Army. Welcome, welcome. As you can see, we're in VATS mode there. So very slow motion action while we're taking on these mole rats. I really like the VATS. The VATS really feels good. Of course, you know, you would like it to tell you where you're shooting, though. But visually, it's telling you based on... what you're aiming at. Now again, we can go into the interface if we want here. And we can go ahead and just say take all. Now I'm looking at my weight right now, 125 of 250. Looking fine. But I do like just to aim at it like this. I think it works pretty good. It actually has a little bit of force feedback on the thing. So you know when you change from one body to another. Look at all this stuff down here. Got Nuka-Cola. Oh, gotta get this out of the way. Again, you want to get your left controller out of the way. Sometimes it does interfere with your right controller. I should be able to pick the smaller ones up. Nope, not those. Won't let me pick them up. In the regular Fallout 4, you can actually pick these up and move them. So I can just bump them. Can I bump them out of the way? Nope. Can't bump them. That is a bummer. Oh, somebody's added a mod idea. Now, we are doing a modded playthrough as well. I might do kind of a mixture of both, but we're going to be playing a lot of Fallout VR for this week. And then, of course, we'll resume that next time. Now, I like to explore new technology and try out new things. And especially since they did a really phenomenal job. I really think they did. Now, could they have done better? I think they could have done better with the turning. The turning is very jumpy. I think if they had made it where you turn your thing like this, or you can set how you want your turning to be, I think that would have been a lot better as well. But I think they're looking out for people. Now look at this. See this? Trying to give you the... Whoa! Trying to give you the feel of it there. That it's got radiation. I don't know, that's super cool. Super cool! Razor grain in there. What do we got in here? Molotov cocktail, pipe pistol. And again, notice how I blew it up and now there's not as much radiation.
Hey.
Or no radiation. Oh, puppy. Again, with the harvest. Again, look how you can just look right up at it. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. We got that. We got this one. What's up, puppy? What's up, puppy? And again, I'm just kind of walking around looking for loot. I think I got all of this loot here. Nuka-Cola. Oh, I heard a bottle. Dog meat bumped a bottle somewhere. Oh, a hammer right over there. There we go. And then there's a book up here. Oh. I heard something. Like glasses. Yeah, right there. Black rim glasses. There we go. Back away again. Oh, sorry, puppy. Oh, dog meat's hurt. Poor puppy. My bad, bro. My bad. Walk it off. You'll be fine. Look at this overhead. Whoa. Whoa, I blew up. I died, everybody. I blew up and died. Where am I at? Oh, I'm right here. Okay. Well, here's a lesson learned. Don't shoot that. It literally saved right before I died. That was awesome. All right, where's some glasses at? There they are. Glasses in the book. Don't shoot that. Because that shoots that, that hits this, and that's what killed me. So yeah, again, you can look up and loot all this stuff, which I find to be very awkward. Yep, rip. Nice job on the rip. And again, over here. Mods, let me know when we're at 3 hours. Look, there we got some bones there we can loot. Did we get this over here? I think we already got this before we saved. Yes, we did. Okay, good. And as you can see, I'm just going around looking for all the loot. You can see we've got some stuff over here. We're getting radiated. You can see it here on my display. Look at this right here. Fusion core. Fusion core. Right at the very beginning. There's a pipe pistol over here. Some bullets. And read. See, look. It doesn't have anything on the message. I don't know why that is. I don't know. I don't know. Now, a way we can try it again is we can go ahead and bring up our Pip-Boy. And then we'll go ahead and we'll move over to inventory. See, now notice how when I got my Pip-Boy up, notice how dog meat's still moving around. They still will attack you while you're doing your Pip-Boy. So you got to watch out for that. And I find out it's a little janky. See that? See what's going on with the Pip-Boy? How it's doing that kind of jankiness? Let's go ahead and see if we can find that one. What did we just get? I forget what the name of it is. Red Menace. Hi, honey. Grog. No. What's the name of that thing? Trash Busters Award. There we go. Cancel. There we go. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't work on the first time, but I find if you go back in your Pip-Boy, if you go back in your Pip-Boy and read it again, then it pops up. Mr. Benson, on behalf of the Boston Regional Office, I would like to congratulate you and the team on winning the 2076 Trash Busters Award for the greatest year-to-year waste reduction by a single store. Respect for the environment is an integral part of corporate image, and we appreciate innovative efforts in this regard. Sincerely, Jannard Phillips, Vice President of Boston Region. There we go. There we go. Took care of the Vice President. Now, we haven't gone this way yet, so let's keep going this way. See what we can find. We'll get the rest of the stuff on the way back. What do we got over here? Oh, another bad guy. Look at that bullet. Host. Raz with a rip as well. Why 3 hours? Because we're going to do a giveaway at 3 hours. That's why. Also, I'm going to take a break, too. The VR, it doesn't bother my vertigo. But I think it's smart, just as streaming in general, to get up and take a break. I believe the red things are the car engines that make them explode. Yep, they are. And also so I can cut on YouTube, exactly. Need to update the death counter. Yeah, I can't update it while I'm in VR, but that would be cool. We're not going to be doing the death counter for this right now. Now I can execute a critical, you can see right there, by pressing the middle button when I am shooting. But of course, if he's already dead, so I don't want to do that. I want to just go ahead and get out of VATS. There we go. And then we can go ahead and start looting everything here. And we'll just go ahead and pick up the pace here a little bit. I'll try to get this hand out of the way, though you can still shine your light with your hand while you're picking stuff up. And move around a little bit. Again. Look how easy it is to loot, though, because you can just see where all the loot is just by looking, right? There's a mole rat. Again, if you can,
hey.
I can bring this controller up to do that. See, see, he gets in your way a lot. I find.
Head over there.
I didn't want to do that. See, I wanted to get out of the dog. I wanted to get out of the dog. All right, let's do this again. Okay, again, left to right with this side, and then trigger. I only got a couple bobby pins. I gotta. Oh, speaking of. Try another one.
Yes.
Bingo. Bingo. Now, the other funny thing I find is I'm gonna go ahead and take off chemistry jar, fragment mine, gold watch. I think it's really cool how it rotates in 3D. Is because I'm using this to move forward, is every time you do that thing, it moves you forward a little bit. Every time you do the lock picking, which is a little annoying, but I can live with it. I can live with it. All right, so we got all of that loot. Again, we'll get this glowing fungus on the way out so we can make stuff that we might need later on. And get all this stuff up here. Again, notice how you can, there's multiple places you can loot of those. Both in this game and in the regular game. There's some bones there. Definitely want to take those for making oil. And then this here, fungus up above. Makes it so easy. Makes it so easy that you can just turn your head for that. And there we go. So we looted all of this. And I see some up above. See how I can see them. Try to reach up and grab them. Already get it? Oh, I think we already got those. All right, we outie. I missed this over here. Yep. Up above? No. Looking good. Over here is looking good. Hey, Fire Believe, what's up? Got a Peppy. Got a puppy in the chat. Let's see. Yep. Checking my chat. Anything over there? Nope. Up here. Did I already get that one? Yes. All right, we're out of here, everybody. Out of here we go. Ooh, it's dark and spooky. All right, so we're outside. We're going to turn our light back on again. There we go. Look at the moon up above there. Beautiful stars. Oh, kind of weird. The stars look closer. Huh. Yeah, the stars look fairly close. Like they're up at that mountain edge. Huh. Oh! Doing the super loot. Exactly. Super looting it all. Now, I can check and see what my weight is right now. 167 of 250. I could give some to dog meat if I need to. Actually, I haven't even went in and adjusted my my apparel. Let's see what I've got. Again, see, it's a little awkward with the Pip-Boy. I think maybe it's just the light that's causing it. I don't know. Turn the light off and see if that's what's causing it. Nope, it just has a tendency to go on and off. Nope, back out of there. When you get it the way you want it, you trigger it. Pop it. There we go. You trigger to put that on. What else we got? We got a new vault suit. Let's put that on. And we have, let's see, the eyeglasses are going to give us perception 1. And the black rim glasses give perception 1 as well. Now, I think I'm going to change that because that's going to be too annoying for me. That's about as long as I can handle that. Let's go ahead and put it as projected. Let's go ahead and project it, and then we'll back out of there. Then whenever I need the Pip-Boy, I can just do this. And then the Pip-Boy will come up. And then it won't be like that awkward, I got to turn it sideways thing. I'm not into that. I'm not into that. Peril, there we go. We got aid, we got miscellaneous. We got aid-wise. Radaway, and we do have some Radaway. Okay, cool. We don't have that much radiation right now, but we've got some for later. Left click to get out of there. Comes a storm coming in. All right, where are we going? We're going, I need to center myself a little bit more. There we go. Like this. Oh, dog meat found something. What'd you find, buddy? I'm coming. What'd you find? Turn the light back on. Found something way in there. All right, I'm coming. What'd you find? Where, boy? In here? Find some caps. Buff out, razor grain. Caps. Exit out of there. Good job, buddy. Found something else. There we go. Pull that off the shelf. Anything in there? Nope. What'd you find, buddy? Okay. Chasing dog meat around all day. What'd you find? Could be anything in here. Alright, buddy, I ain't got all day. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. Looks awesome in the rain, doesn't it? It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. There we go. There we go. Can you lift your Pip-Boy more than you normally would? It's difficult to see. Yeah, I got rid of it. It's better this way more than before, which is good. Yes, it is actually way better. The textures of everything is better. Look how nice the textures are of everything. The quality of everything is really much nicer as well. Man, storm really feels like a storm. Now we're going to backtrack a little bit up this way. Do a little bit of jumping. We're going to head a bit back towards Sanctuary. I usually skip these parts. I don't know, my new playthroughs. But we're going to do them this time here in VR. We're going to hang around Sanctuary a bit here. And then we're, of course, going to push forward. Get into some trouble. Let's go ahead and jump down here. Right about here. And again, we'll go ahead and save. We can pick up from here. Now again, when you go into the water, the radiation is going to get you. So I like to jump a little bit. And then move as quickly as possible out of there, of course, because you're going to get radiated, as you saw. Unless you have the perk that allows you not to get radiated. Speaking of the perk, do we have any perks? Any perks yet? Do we level up? How are we looking on our level? Yes, we did. Okay, we got a level up. There it is. Okay, so here we are in our perks. And as you can see, I can go along and use my kind of left wheel here to jump around and look at the various different perks. Now, you know the very first perk that I always get is called Scrounger. Now, the reason why I get Scrounger is because before the whole rest of the game, it's going to give me more ammo every time. Even if you just put 1 point into it, it really does make a huge difference in your entire playthrough. So we'll go ahead and go with that as we're looking for stuff. And we're out here kind of on an island. outside of Sanctuary. You can see Sanctuary's up there. And we're going to kind of run around here a little bit, see what we can find from place to place. A little bit of jump first. A little jump and then running. Take a... Uh-oh. Oh, look at that 29% chance of getting that one, and I got it. Nice. Now that's gone in the water. I'm not going after that. But I can try to get it from here. If there's any pieces of them on the edge here. I don't think there is. Look how awesome that looks. Something really awesome about that. Really awesome. Now I have a tendency to sit with my legs crossed, and I have a tendency to crouch down as I'm playing. Look at this. What are you doing in the water, dog meat? You're so crazy. I have a tendency to slouch down, so I'm going to try to sit up a little bit here. Sit up a little bit. What you got here, dog meat? Can we get this? Yes. Okay, we can get that. Run across there. Alright, so now we get to this little bunker over here. Big sale that happened a few days ago. Exactly. Yeah, I got HTC Vive, I got Fallout VR, and I got a $100 gift card at the same time for Amazon. Good, shoot him in the body. Again, I'm at 6 bullets, reload. Nice. Get that. Now, of course, we're here in a radiation area, so we don't want to get too radiated. We're getting massively radiated as we go in here. Now, here's something that very early in the game you are going to really enjoy. Right here, the Army helmet. That's right. If you come over here right at the very beginning, there's actually an Army helmet. Spoiler alert. There's actually an Army helmet over here. There is some shotgun shells, a little bit of random loot. Also in here, you've got yourself a stim pack and a blood pack. Very nice in here. Very nice in there. Not rainy on you. And you get a bit of a loot, but of course, serious radiation there, though. Serious radiation action. Now, along here, oh, there's a bunch of mobs, as you can see. There's a bunch of mobs, but oh, look at the rain falling in slow motion. That's cool. Hitting the water. Neato. As you're running along, there's a lot of little stuff to loot along the edges and the outside edges. Like we can go up that way, and there's some stuff up that way. You can wander around along here. There's lots of blood leaf and whatnot for making various soup. For getting bonus XP. Getting a lot of this glowing fungus. Again, we'll try to jump across the water. Try to run, jump, run, and then jump. If dog meat gets out of my way. And we're going to run all the way back the other way as we go. Try to stay out of the water. Less radiation. And then this way. And there we go. We made it. Another good save there. And away we go. I think traveling during the storms is much cooler with the VR. This way. Climbing some rocks, everybody. And there we go. There we go. Yeah, no spoilers, please. No spoilers, but I might do some spoilers as we're running along. Kez, how hard is it to do combat in VR? Technically, Chewie, it's not a spoiler. Well, watch out. They'll remove it just in case. It is actually not that bad. The VATS feels very good. It is a little difficult to turn around because you got it's really jumpy when you turn, as you can see. I'm using the left controller, like this controller wheel, like this. but on the left side. I wish they had made it where if you turn it, or you can hold the button and turn, that would have been a more fluid where it turns very slowly, right? Instead of this jumpiness. I think that would actually make you feel a bit better when you're doing the VR as well. But I live with what they give me, basically. Look at the stem packs in here. Very nice. And let's go ahead and get some trees. Now you see I'm just hanging around the beginning area here. I do not rush my gameplay. Some people, they just run from one place to the next place and they try to run through the entire game as quickly as possible. I am not that person. I am totally not that person. I go from one thing to the next thing, but in my own sweet time. Let's go up here. I know there's some stuff up this way. What we got here? We got some first aid, stem pack and a rat-away. We got some purified water as well. Now we crouch down and try to get that purified water over there. There we go. Crouch, stand back up again. And then there's also over here, I always forget about this, but I'm trying to remember it in every playthrough, but right over here there's an actual box. You see, buddy? Found something? Hold on. Okay, what'd you find? Did you find the thing I just found? Yeah, I just found that. Alright, good puppy. Good puppy! Alright, let's head back to Red Rocket, everybody. And we're going to run, jump. All right, heading back to Red Rocket on this dark and stormy night. Again, headset still feels fine. Dog meat. Okay, it's getting annoying every 2 seconds, bro. I found a hat. Grab that hat. That's funny. Good job, buddy. Give me that hat back. What are you going to do with that hat? You stole the hat, everybody. You stole my hat. Stole my hat back. Large breaker. Again, we can come back and we can scrap all this in a bit. We're going to go ahead and head in here. And we're going to go in this kind of back room here. And then we'll go ahead and save. Like so. Now, I've got a bunch of stuff on me right now that I don't need to carry around with me in the Wasteland. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up some of this stuff. Like that. I'm going to try to get this up here on the top. Can't quite reach it. I can't get it off of there. Let's go ahead and try to get out of my weapon. Put it away. Let's see if we can grab it now. Nope. Won't let me move that one up on the top. Alright. Well, such is the way it goes. Such is the way it goes. That's why I like to try stuff. Broom. The broom over there. And cabinet. Again, I find it's easier when you have your weapon out to aim at stuff. What are you doing, dog meat? You're so silly. Wrench on the wall. And a whole bunch of stuff down here. Again, super fun way to loot. You just aim it at the thing. Boom, loot away. Like so. Now, telephones are real useful, of course. We want to get as much circuitry and crystal and whatnot for our things. Right there. Again, still, it's actually easier to see in those. Usually you're up a little bit higher where it's hard to see in those things. And again, just aim at the stuff you want to loot if you're within distance. That one's just a little bit too far out of the way. Again, I can pick this up, throw it around, look inside it, see if there's anything in there. Actually, a little bit easier to see in there because I can turn the controller, which gives me way more control over how I hold stuff. And then I can just go ahead and drop it. Way more control. Alright, so we're coming back here. We're just looting a little bit. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and use the workbench. Oh, actually, I want to get out of the workbench. How's that? Okay, I see what's going on. So you got to have this one. If it's aimed at the workbench, it's going to do the left one first, even though I'm pressing the right one. So that's a little bit of annoyance. You got to turn this away from what you're actually trying to do. So I actually want to, if you notice how the difference in the right one and the left one will search, and then the right one will transfer or go into the workshop. So I find the right controller works a lot better. So now I can go ahead and say store all junk, which would be middle. There we go. We stored all that junk that we picked up, so we don't have to carry all that around. And then we'll go ahead and back out of there using that kind of inside button on this side. And then we will go ahead and go back into our inventory like so. Let's just get out of there and back up just a little bit. There we go. Get into Pip-Boy. There we go. And then we're going to go into our inventory and we are going to, this side. Weapons, no, we want to go into, what else do we want to do? Army helmet, there we go. Nope. Nope. Oh, I went into the workshop. That's my problem. Take that back. Okay, out of the workshop. Turn away from the workshop. There we go. Dog in the way. Pip-Boy. There we are. All right. Now we can go into our apparel and go apparel. It's very touchy when you're doing stuff in here because it has a tendency to flip around because you're using the little controller. But there you go. So you got an army helmet right at the very beginning of the game, 10 damage resistance, and 3 weight. Rarely do I ever get that early in my game, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I do. I just feel like it. And now we're all geared up. Again, I do a lot of saving at the very beginning. There we go. Looking good. Let me check my chat. Give Abby in Jersey a hug for me. Sup, kids? Hey, what's up, Hyper? Thanks for hanging out on the stream. Appreciate it. As you can see, I'm playing some playing some Fallout VR, and it is super fun. It is super, super fun to play big time. Throws a party because I might rightly. There you go. There you go, Chin Chin. Eat well. There we go. There we go. Again, I have this really cool virtual chat over here to the right. So if you see me looking this way, you can't see it, but I can see it. There's like a 3D projected chat that runs down right here, as well as there is all of my alerts and whatnot off to the right, so I can see that as well. Currently, 415 Creed is the bit boss. If you want to be the bit boss, you got to dethrone him by going in and, of course, just bumped my microphone, I can tell. By going in and, of course, knocking him off as the bit boss. Hello, everybody. Great to see everybody. Oh, big bada boom. How we looking on time? Looking good. About another 10 minutes. Let's go ahead and get back in VR. Here we go. Big bada boom was dropped by. Who was it dropped by? Let's see. Let's look in chat here. Mikos, thank you so much for that big bada boom, bro. Thanks for showing the love here in the stream. Appreciate it. Boom. So, yeah, about another 10 minutes or so. All right, so we saved. The raining has stopped and it's starting to be morning time. We'll come back. We'll scrap all this stuff later. We've got stuff to do. Let's go ahead and head down the hill here and see what's going on. Now, I'm trying to refrain from using my action points because I have a tendency to run in this game. And it's can be very bad because I run out of action points. So I'm going to run up on these guys as quick as possible and just try to find a good spot. Now you can just just unload on them like I did. Free shoot on them. That works as well. Get this Brahmin hide. Get that toy alien. There we go. And we'll go over here. We'll get this turned away. Make sure to turn your left one away from where you're looting. Because it can get it really annoying if it's aiming at the same thing. There we go. How we doing up there, dog meat? Did I tell him to stay? Where's my buddy? Now, this is how you are a lot in Fallout 4. You run off. You do something, you told your pet to stay or something back here, or he got lost or disconnected or something, I don't know. And now I can't find him. He's back here just chilling. Hey, dog meat, come on.
Hey.
Let's go, buddy. So what you do is you just tell him to, in the regular Fallout or here in the VR, you just talk to them and then they will follow you more than they did before. I can hear him. There he is. Come on, buddy. We're going down the hill here. All right, let's go down the hill toward Concord here. See what's going on. Nope, I'm burning my action points. I need to save up my action points, so I'm going to just walk. Again, I try not to move my head too much. And I try to just rotate with the mouse. Oh, there we are, Concord. So I'm going to try to sit this way. There we go. Again, check my chat. Now you're hungry. I'm getting hungry myself. Getting hungry myself. All right, so here we are in Concord. Some stuff going on over that way. We're going to go ahead and sneak around this side. I always like to come in on this side and sneak around. Oh, I hear something going on. Here's something going on. Again, trying not to use my action points. I'm going to go ahead and get dog meat under my control. And it's making a thing here.
Win this? Huh?
On him.
Love the bullet casings. Isn't that awesome? I'm gonna move back. This guy's a melee.
Hey,
oh, Preston up above. Look at him up there.
Settlers inside. The raiders are almost through the door. Grab that laser musket and help us, please.
I'm on it, bro. I got it. I got it handled. Oh, wrong button. Maybe I don't have it handled. Get that loot. Get the thing here. All right, now we got to get in the Pip-Boy. Now, notice how when you do this Pip-Boy, everything is frozen now, right? I'm going to bump it this way. Notice how everything is frozen. When you use this Pip-Boy, it will actually freeze everything, as opposed to using your turn your hand Pip-Boy, which it will not freeze everything. And everything, you keep getting shot while you're in the middle of trying to do your Pip-Boy, which I think was a mistake. The second you turn it this way, it should stop time, I think. All right, so we're going to go ahead and go into our weapons right here. All right, so we're going to go ahead, and now what we're going to do is going to click the middle part of this left side here on, oh, we can stay on our thing, on our laser musket, and then it gives us an option. Do we want to drop it, favorite, sort it, exact? I don't know what the sort is, but we'll figure that out later. But fave allows me to favorite it, right? So I'm going to go ahead and trigger fave, and it's going to say where do I want to put it. And I'm going to go ahead and move my mouse around a little bit here, and this say upwards. And now it'll be faved in the up position. So I go ahead and back out of there. Oh, and then I dropped it. That was perfect timing. That was perfect timing. Stop it. Pressing the wrong buttons. All right. Nose is itching. Let's take the laser musket back. Now it's still going to be favorited, by the way. Notice how it's still favorited, even though I accidentally dropped it. And now I've got the laser weapon. Watch this as I go ahead and read. Is that cool looking or what? I think that looks amazing. So detailed. So detailed. So I've got one thing, and I can hit it twice and get a double crank. And again, you can see down below I have my map, which can tell me in what direction I need to go. North, south, east, west. If you guys have not seen that before, which is pretty cool. Let me check out chat over here. I'm free, says Unshaken Salsa. Well, glad that you're free, bro. Glad that you're free. Raz doing the rip again. Rip Raiders. All right, and again, once we get these Raiders here, we're going to go ahead and grab all their loot. And again, glad I got rid of all that extra stuff, otherwise I'd be getting weighed down. And again, I'm not playing in survival mode here, so I do have the normal map. The final curtain. Ah, yes, it is time for a break right here outside of the area. Did we get everybody? Anybody else died over here? I think Preston killed some peeps. Way back here, no? Nobody? Doesn't look like it. Okay, Preston didn't kill anybody. I've got to go inside here. We're going to go ahead and go right up here and go right to here and then take a break. You guys are like, get that! Dang it! I know how it goes. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and just pause it right there. We're going to go ahead and take a little bit of a break, everybody. Now again, I have vertigo and sleep apnea, and that didn't really bother me. I played it, that's the longest I've played it so far. I've only had it for a few days, and I've been working on the graphics and whatnot. Now, even when I set it down on the table, you guys can still see it. Oh, that thing keeps popping up to the front there. Stop that. You can see it's still there. Now, of course, the second it gets out of tracking range, which means that I'm in the way of it. Hold on a second. Stuff in my way here. Down below. There we go. When stuff gets in my way, then it will block the headset. Then when I move out of the way of the headset again, like in this case, if I turn my if I turn my chair, it will rotate around and hit it from that side and get it. So I'm going to go ahead and put my controllers down. You're going to see them in your virtual sight there, which is cool. And just take a little bit of a break. So again, you see I back up and I get real close to you guys. Real up in your zone. Real up in your zone. So I'm going to go ahead and go Stealth Boy here for just a moment. Take a little break, walk around. Now, you should do it whether you're doing VR or whether you're doing streaming in general. It's always good to take a break after a few hours, just so you can get up, stretch, get re-energized, and get back to the stream. Now, when I come back, of course, we're going to do a giveaway. Going to give you guys some epic stuff in just a minute. All right? So stick around, and we'll be right back. Where's my stealth stuff? Here we go. Going to go Stealth Boy.